Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome to Saturday night's Messages of Love from Above. And as always, super excited to get into the readings and find out what Spirit has for all of us. Before we do that, though, I do want to send love out to the world as we always do at the beginning. And if you want to join me, whether you're watching live or on replay, I welcome that because we can multiply it together and make a difference in the world. So I'm going to take a big deep breath and come back to right here, right now. If you'd like to join me, and we let that love just flow down into our own heart, our own being, and fill us up first. And then it flows out to the world, overflowing, filling the world with this unconditional love energy, circling the globe, encompassing the entire globe in a giant ball of love energy, unconditional love energy. Nothing we have to do to earn it, nothing we can do to lose it. It's eternal. It's beautiful. It sparks the hearts of each and every person higher and higher and higher love vibration. And if you yourself are in need of unconditional love energy in this moment for your heart, your mind, your body, for a loved one, for a situation, for a relationship, whatever it may be, we send that love to you and to your loved ones. Whatever it may be, you direct it, and it will go and do what the unconditional love energy wants to do. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me in doing that and allowing me the space for that as well. Before we get into the readings, I always like to make sure everyone knows. Every Tuesday, I put out a video announcing what I'm giving away the following Monday. Been giving away a lot of stuff, a lot of readings, but I'm going to be using my energy to do some other things upcoming. So I'm going back to one 30-minute recorded reading giveaway on Monday. So here is the video on how you can get into that drawing and any other giveaway news. Also, I have right now going on here a crazy Zen summer sale for this month of July. I have 50% off my Hedges of Peace and Love, and then also 50% off on my personal recorded readings. So if you're interested in any of those, now is a great time for those because they're half off. So I just wanted to give back a little with everyone's given so much, so I want to give some more back. And then also each week I put out at least one pick a card reading, and this last week was where can you use some freedom in your life. We were celebrating Independence Day here in the US, so there was some energy around that. And also, each week for the last 4 weeks, I've been putting out a new series called Take 10 with Zen, where it's a video once a week of it's 10 minutes or less, where we talk about how to connect to the spirit world, how we can understand ourselves more deeply. And I answer questions from my subscribers too. So the first week was all about dimensions, and the second week was spirit guides. Last week was Is Love Real? And this one is there fate? Does fate exist? And we'll be covering that over the next couple of uh, videos over the next couple weeks because there's some things like is our death fated and some things like that. So I'm liking it. All right. So those are the main blah 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 announcements that I had here. Let me just shrink some of this stuff down here and we will get into the readings here. Let me just get all of this set up and let's see, make sure I've got, okay, so I've got everything screenshot. Been having some trouble with chat, sometimes it disappears when I go into the pop out, and then it's like, "No." All right, looks so good so far. Let's do one more thing here. All right. Looks like they fixed whatever had happened before, but I have it screenshot just in case anyway. All right. So if you're new to my channel or new to these readings, how the free readings work is I go down in order, first come, first serve down the chat. There's no special list. The chat is the list. And if you don't want to put your business out there, you can just ask for a general reading or guidance, and Spirit knows what you're looking for. And if anyone makes a donation, I do honor that energy exchange and I prioritize those readings. I step out of the free readings, complete those first, and then I dive deeper in those as well and pull extra cards. Then when I'm done, I return back to the free readings and try to get down through as many as I can during the 2 hours or so that I'm on. I try to get through as many of those free ones as I can as well. Uh, to make a donation, you can use the super chat at the bottom. Also, in my pinned comment at the top in the description box down below, I've got my Venmo, my Cash App, my PayPal, and my Square. And so you can use any of those that you want. And if you, there's no set dollar amount. I know everyone's finances vary from day to day, person to person, country to country, planet to planet. So whatever you feel you're able to give, I honor that donation. So that is how it works. I will be using both the Star Tarot and this great circular tarot, and so we'll look into those today. Hey, Morg in the void. All right. Hello, everybody. Hope everyone's having a great weekend. And we will get into the readings here. I do have a donation that came through on PayPal. So thank you, love1234. And we will start there and then we'll jump into the free readings. All right. So thank you for your donation, love1234. And let's see what we got here. Boom. All right. So number one. Oh, all right. We'll look in there and see what is that all about. It's not about you going to jail or anything, right? Not in the spotlight for that. And then number two, oh, okay. All right. So four cards, four cards, four cards. I know, right? Hey, popularity is popularity. I'm just kidding. And then number three. Whoa, 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 whoa. If I could still blush, I would blush. No, I wouldn't. Oh, I tell you. And oh, good. So yeah, so yeah. So I look forward to you sending for your free readings too. Awesome. You know, they're like these. If you ever like in the olden days, and it's just so funny because now it's like what used to have check register, like little check registers when you used to write checks. You actually had to write out checks and all that, and you would keep track of what checks you gave for what dollar amount, and you'd have to maintain your balance. There was no online access. It was a miracle when they got the phone where you could call and check your balance, what your balance was on the phone in the last three transactions. We were like, whoa, so different these days. It's amazing how much has changed in the last 50 years. But, if, you'd balance your checkbook and there'd be a missing check that hasn't been cashed yet, and that's kind of like, free readings, it's like, I know they're there, I know I have a few people that haven't used them yet, or that never responded, and, it's like, "Okay, they're there, I just know they're there." Too funny. Alright, so let's get into it. Alright, well, what do we got going on here? Alright, well, it's nothing to be afraid of. Obviously, you do have the Wheel of Fortune. So it is something of a significant change that does put you in the spotlight. It is something that definitely your human side is very happy about it. It is something new that's offered, and I feel like it's something out of the ordinary that takes you there because the three cups on the bottom are boring. They're kind of sitting there going, "Oh God." But this new thing, it's like you introduce this new something new. Let me see here. We've got the moon card, which is the unknown because there's some mystery around it. So this tells me that it's not so much something that you bring in, not something so much that um it's almost like I feel like it's not um because of something that you intentionally do to get into, like, I want to get into the spotlight. I just feel like it's your energy. Something that you do just happens to do it because I feel like this is like the spotlight. The moon card is like at night, right? It's like there's the nighttime and then there's this giant bright light and it brings things to light in a positive way. I feel the King of Wands here, about here's that fiery Leo energy. You just stand out naturally. Um, so yeah, exactly. Because here's the King of Wands. Leo energy, Sagittarian energy, Aries energy, the fire sign, especially the sun sign, because it's the CEO of our chart and of our journey. When you have fire, you just naturally draw things. You just are naturally drawn into the spotlight. You're naturally seen. It's natural leadership. It's naturally that you stand out, and it's not even something like, "Okay, I'm gonna do this and this and this, and this is gonna do it." You're just like, "You know what? I'm gonna do what I wanna do, and I'm doing this, and, I wanna do this new thing." It's a new passion, and you put your heart into it because you enjoy it, and it takes off, and it puts you in the limelight like that. So, I like it. I like that it's not planned. It's just you living your passion. That's what this is, not doing something you normally did, blah, blah, blah. This is something new that you enjoy doing and you put out there. So I like it. All right. Let's take a look here. So, oh yeah. So what they love. So you've got the two the high priestess here, which the high priestess is all about, she is divine feminine. And, again, there's also here the Queen of Pentacles, so Mother Nature, Mother Nurture. So they like this divine, they like how, you're open to receiving, but you're birthing and you have this nurturing side of you that really opens up. And they like that. They love this extreme amount of divine femininity that just oozes from your being. And they like that. They like this. Um, I don't know. It's there's this softness that comes in with it, which you're like, what? But because they also like your crazy side, jam, the out of nowhere stuff. I feel like you kind of have this sudden lightning strike, um, in fun ways. I feel like you just have this passion that comes out of nowhere, or this little zinger, little funny thing. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Zap, zap, but there's also, there's a moment of there's always it's great because it's a good balance, right? I mean, we don't wanna be like, "Oh, just all," we get boring, right? But we also don't wanna be extreme all the time. There's this wonderful knowing when it's great for extreme and, having your fiery Lou energy pounce, and then there's others where it's like purring, right? So I like that. I don't know why they did. Well, the lion, right? And then we've got uh, Chariot card, which is victory, movement. They like that, you have this kind of empowerment. All of these were you had, like, major arcana coming in here. So they see that you have this powerful, energy of movement and that um, you're not afraid to make choices. I like this. They like um again, that's a balance, right? Because they like the divine femininity of the receiving, but there's also the chariot, which is you also go for what you want. And I like that. I like that. And I feel like you balance it well. And that's what they like about it all is that, okay, here we go. And then number three, let's take a look here. Okay. Of course, you got to have the Sun card coming in, another Leo card. So Shazam, uh, joyful, joyful, joyful. One of the most successful cards that's there. Um, it's interesting that we would get the Queen of Swords for that question, which is balancing of mind and heart. So I like that. I feel like there's more to it than just physical side of things. That there's mental, there's thought that comes into it. I don't know what this means. You probably do. I don't want to know what this means, but it's the mind and the creativity and that comes in. I feel like with the nine of wands, it's almost like the 10 of wands like being worn out. The Knight of Wands is like it's almost like wounded, but in a good way. It's just like, "Woof. Wow." So I think you know what it did. No, you don't. I'm just trying to, stay within YouTube guidelines and also honor your privacy. Um, so, you can ask whatever you want in your other ones too, because those are private, no one sees those. They're unlisted, you will be the only one unless you share the link to it, so you can ask anything you want, in your free readings that you want. Alright, but that is what they have for you right now. Love 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, trust me, you know, I, I'm not easily offended at all and not embarrassed by much at all. I've seen too much and I intuit too much to for anything to bother me anymore. People are like, "That didn't shock you?" I'm like, "That? Ah, I laugh at you. Ha ha ha." All right. What is happening to me? Okay. So, thank you for your donation. And, yes, Felicia, it is working. Knock on wood, right? Just a couple of day glitch, probably. You know how it goes. But I think that is everything. So we will jump into the free readings and Cheery, you were up first. Yay! It didn't delete. All right. So you'd like some guidance. And let's see what spirit would like to guide you with tonight. I know. My evil laugh. But you have the, Knight of Pentacles, which is the slowest moving knight, and it is a just a reminder that we change from the inside out, not the outside in. So if the outside world isn't quite catching up to the work that you've been doing on the inside, just have patience with it. It will get there because you are on this quest here. All knights go on a quest. This one's on the quest for the Ace of Pentacles, which is looking at their worth in relationship to the outside world in a different way. And you're on this wonderful journey, and we're not rushing to get to the end of it. That's why we have the Knight of Pentacles. We're taking our good old time, enjoying the quest. Because when you get to the end of that quest, there's just another quest, and there's just another quest. It's like having a to do list in life. There's always something on it. We never completely mark everything off of our internal to-do list. There's always something that's going on, right? So I like that. And then we have the 6 of Cups here. And I like the 6 of Cups. The 6 of Cups is the nostalgia. It's looking over past memories. But this, it's funny. This is all about past life, information. We talked earlier about the Akashic records, about the diving in, about past life connections, and how I've been getting it a lot lately too. I feel like we're entering into this period of time. Must be the planetary. I wonder, Pluto? I think Pluto is going retrograde. Pluto's kind of like the underworld, and I think we're being drawn into that to really have these connections we have with people from past lifetimes that's bubbling up and that's making itself known in this lifetime. So I feel like you're going to be bumping into individuals that you feel like you've known for a long time, but you haven't known them in this lifetime. And eventually, that is your husband too. Is one of those. I think we talked about that past life connections where you just feel comfortable. You feel like you know who they are. Yeah, we did because you guys were spirit guides. I think in each other's lifetime. If they're bringing back it to my memory here, and I like it. I like this. Being open to it, allowing yourself to drift into it. And I feel like you know, it's like you had mentioned earlier, it's entertaining, but just to know who you were in past lifetimes allows you to see things, right? I had a past life reading, and someone had told me that I was in Ireland during the potato famines, and that we didn't leave. Try to stick to it, and like I had two daughters and a wife, and but we watched our children because we didn't have enough to eat. They slowly whittled away and died because of malnutrition and starvation. And then my wife killed herself. I know. Let's let's raise the energy in the room, right? But all of that to say, it was just like wow. And I continued to, try to help out all the other villagers and um, uh, you know, and everything in the area. And it made me realize, oh, that's why I chose the family I did in this lifetime because I didn't want to have this close knit family where I was torn apart when I lost them all in front of my eyes. And so I feel it's important for us at times to be able to connect to all that. And I feel like that is an important thing for you. But, again, you never have to do anything you don't wanna do. But I feel like that's why they brought it up is just they wanted just to give you perspective and go, "There's that." So, just so you know, they want you to be able to make an educated decision on it and not just, go, "Oh, that all past life entertainment." It's like, no, it can be life-changing, and it can help you understand choices you made in this lifetime too. So, I like it. So, many, many blessings to you. And up next here, we've got Always Victory. Hello, hello. Want you to know about the test that you failed. Okay. Well, I hate to tell you this, but there are only seven Oracle. Is there a mysterious now? If an eighth Oracle deck suddenly appeared, I would probably poop my pants. But one, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Yeah. So I guess we'll go back. We'll go full circle, which is maybe a message that we go full circle and we start again. So we will pull from deck number one instead. All right. All right. So always victory. Let's take a look here. All right. You got the courage and bravery. Oh, and the name of the deck is the Angel Guide Oracle. Dun, da, da, da. Courage and bravery. You have a heart of a warrior. I agree. You want to do what's right, but it isn't always easy. And angels are surrounding you in a light of courage at this time and guiding you to do what you know deep down in your heart is right. Being brave isn't about being emotionless. The angels are reminding you that it's okay to feel, and your vulnerability will allow you to tap into an even greater inner strength. Angels are always willing to help you feel safe, guided, and guarded. So call in as much help as you need. This is a time to take ownership of your energy and any situations that could be making you feel less than good. And through your courage, you will begin to attract experiences of being respected. The extended message for the card is your angels are here to remind you that your soul cannot be tarnished or harmed. It's the one part of your essence that always remains whole, healed, and complete. So if you're feeling the need to defend yourself at this time, angel wisdom's guiding you to back down. You don't need to protect yourself, especially when you have spiritual support. Call in the light of God, heaven, and the angels to protect you. If you feel that you've made a mistake or have something or failed a test, or have something that you need to share, be brave and take ownership of it. Trust that living with integrity will always lead to the greatest possible unfolding of your life. And know that the best gift that you can give the world at this time is your truth. Wow. I like it. The oracle always speaks so clearly here for you. And I like this because, you know, the test you've failed, the mistake you made, whatever it is, they're saying just own it, stand up to it and look at the situation and go, how did I fail? Who did I let down? You didn't fail heaven. You didn't fail the entire spiritual world because they don't have a pass or fail. They just have an experience. And so when you're looking at this energy of failure, that's of fear. Pass and fail is fear. Acceptable or not acceptable, lovable, not lovable, success, failure, blah, 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 contrast, comparison. That's of this amusement park, this fear amusement park. It's not of the higher realms. And so I like this. They're just like, just own your feelings of feeling like you failed at something and go, "Did I though? Did I?" And it's okay to look at well, that didn't turn out the way I wanted. Do I want it to turn out differently? Not better or successfully. It's like just different. Do I want it to turn out different? Then I'm going to do different things. But there's not a failure in it. And so you can remove mistake, you can remove failure, you can remove, whatever judgments that we have, whatever grading system you've applied to whatever this area of your life is. It's just an opinion that can change. So I like that for you, always victory. So hopefully that resonates there for you. And many blessings to you. You are very welcome, Cherry. All right. And Dajona, you are up next. You'd like a self-love read. Ooh, I like that. Let's take a look here and see what does spirit want you to know around. Ooh, okay, self-love. I feel like you're I think you got this morning, maybe? I like this self-love message because if you love yourself enough, you will walk away from emotions and people that no longer serve, that have done what they've needed to do, but you're ready to move forward. And you have the Ace of Swords, which is about connecting to the capital T truths of the higher realm, seeing how lovable you are from a whole different perspective. from this way that when you look at it's double edged. So when you connect to these capital T truths rooted in unconditional love of the higher realms, uh, it's such a stark difference between that and the fears of losing conditional love, the fears of failure, the fears of rejection. And when that's how we like come to this conclusion, we come to this awareness with self-love. That's how we connect. We start letting go of the old emotions and relationships and lower vibrational things that are rooted in fear because we've experienced it. We're done with it. When we're ready to raise our self-love and raise our love vibration, we start going, "Oh, yeah," it's like a big hot air balloon with those big sandbags that are keeping it low to the ground so it doesn't fly off. But when we wanna fly off, we start cutting. When we're ready to raise our vibration, we start cutting away the sandbags. We start cutting away the things that no longer serve for our journey. So, I like that. It's, freeing and that is your self-love read for this moment. So I like it, Dajana. So many blessings to you. Appreciate it. All right. And I had another donation come in here. All right. And then LA, you'll be my next free reading coming up, but I do have a PayPal that just came through. You're welcome, Dajana. All right. And Tashia, hello, hello. And I'm not sure if your name is different in the chat here. I'm sorry if I used your name. But now you know who you are. All right. So we'll take a look here and I won't read it out loud that way, you'll just get the message here. All right. Okay. Oh no. Well, I know. You're like, "Oh no, is he coming back? No." All right, let's take a look here. And all right. So let's take a look and see what would happen if you messaged them. Let's see. And we'll take a and I'm just gonna take a little I get nosy. It's just known here on the channel. I'm just gonna say, "Is it them?" I'm just gonna do a little side reading with that. Alright, so let's see what we have here. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, it's not them. Oh, okay. Thank you. Okay. Hear me out. Like, I love that. Hear me out. What if I and I'm like, "Okay, I get you." Um, first of all, it's not them, and we'll talk about that in a sec here. Because if you reached out, there's this battle ensues, right? The wands energy, the passion, the drive, the ambition, but this is conflict, and it's conflict that transforms. But it definitely reinforces with the Four of Pentacles. When you define yourself by the outside world, you feel unstable, and so this energy that comes in is like, okay, whoa, why, okay, okay, because then what it leads to is disappointment, these feelings of like, oh, okay, oh my gosh, you know this feelings of heartbreak, these feelings of disappointment, the feelings of rejection, and you're like, okay, and you end up um with the Nine of Pentacles. Nine is the hermit's journey. This is alone in the garden with spirit, and also into your high priestess temple with spirit. So it ends up with you alone, without them, here. So I don't feel um, that that's an affirmative to reach out to them. I'm thinking more, don't do it. Don't do it. Yeah. No, no, no. No, no, no. Whatever's happening. Yeah, no, no, no. Um Perfectly said. Oh, shit. And, well, the reason why and I asked, "Is it them?" They're like, "Oh, hell no, it's not." Because you've got the death card, death and rebirth. You're going into a different direction. And here we have the 6 of cups coming up again. You're gonna come across someone, new who it just feels so right. It's, a wonderful yeah, yeah, I definitely understand that for sure, especially if it's like, "This sounds like them," which, you know, if you're getting a lot of general readings that sound like it's that person coming in, you just might be drawing in someone similar to them. But I feel like with this is going to be different because the 6 of cups is that energy I was just talking about a moment ago. It's past life connection. Like you just feel like you've bumped into an old best friend or an old friend that you just know and you click with, and you're like, what is happening here? But I like it. There is this, energy that comes in with it, and so I like it. I mean, it feels very, um, just warm and comfortable and safe, and they get you, and you just laugh. You have so much in common, type of stuff. So I like that for you better than. So that's what's coming in for you there, Shane. So many blessings to you. You're right. Alrighty. So let us hear. You are very welcome. So I think that was all the donations for this moment. So I'm going to scroll back up here. We'll continue moving down the list. And we left off with LA. And you want to know, how does your Grandpa G help you in your day to day life? Oh, okay. Let's take a look here. Uh, so I like this. They've got this Ace of Pentacles, which they part of what they do is they help bring new opportunities. They help organize abundance to try to help bring in your highest experience for you. They of course are limited to what you are allowing them to do and asking them to be able to do. But I like that they like that you asked, because they're like, um, and this seems weird, but this is partnership. It's like they're like they have this love, a very special relationship with you. If it wasn't, well, I feel like it was before they left, because they're on the other side, right? I feel like they're it they feel like very a close bond with you, because the Lovers card isn't just romance. That would be weird, I know. But it's about best friend, it's about a significant family, significant friendships and stuff. So I like this coming in here because there's this, they're like, I've got you, and I want to help you so much more than I'm allowed to. But they honor your free will. But if you ask them of your own free will to say, "Hey, I want you to be able to help me as much as you are able to, with these new opportunities, with abundance, with having these things unfold," and they are very willing to do so. I feel like they're also meddling in your love life. I feel like this is them up there going, da 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 da. They're gonna bring someone in, uh, and I also feel like they're very protective, and they might, kind of block people. Oh, no, 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 no. You are not for her. So I like this. It's very, I don't know. It just feels very special. And of course, they have this new understanding of you, because they're looking at you from this wonderful realm of unconditional love and joy and peace and laughter. They know every thought, every decision you've made in your entire life, going all the way back to when you were in the womb, and they know your entire future too. So they love that. Oh, yeah. They love you for sure. In fact, I just want to do a little, I have these talking to heaven cards from James von Prague, I just feel like they want to give you a message from it. So, all right. Whoa, behave. There it goes. Such a thing they would say, right? Believe in yourself. You can do it. It's like if you ever saw the movie Waterboy, you can do it. It's an old movie. You probably haven't seen it. Let's see what they say here, though. Yeah, from my heavenly vantage point, I can see and understand everything much more clearly now. I think I just said that. I can see that you and I never had anything to be afraid of. The only thing that was ever standing in our way was fear about the future. Yet now I realize that you and I create our own future. So I'm urging you to go forward with all of your heartfelt dreams. Leave nothing to chance. I believe in you because I love you, but also because I can see that nothing is stopping you unless you believe it is. I will be with you every step of the way. Beautiful. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right. And that is what they have for you there, LA. Feel the warmth, feel the love. You are definitely loved, loved, loved. All right. That is what they have. So, new love, you are up next. And how will your next meeting with M go? All right. Let's take a look here and see what does Spirit want you to know here. All right. Well, it looks like it goes very well here. You've got uh, two wands here. You got the four of wands, which is joy, celebration. Might even be a gathering of a party, or because this can be like going to a wedding, a celebration, a gathering of some sort too. But it definitely is joy and celebration comes in here. And then the page of wands, which is all about new passion, new drive, new excitement, new energy. So I like it. I mean, it's very, very positive things, new love. So um, enjoy it. It feels very passionate, just a lot of fire energy, which is good. A lot of fun, a lot of fun. All right. And double, triple, quadruple X, you're up next. Let's take a quick sip here. All right. So what's new? What's new with you? Let's see what they have here for you. What's new? Anything new? Well, we've got the 5 of wands here, which represents, like, conflicting energy that may be, like, storming nearby you, but you've got the strength card here, which is like this just this understanding, or this message from spirit just saying you don't have we're watching out over you. Just turn to us, turn upward to spirit, and don't worry about this conflict. Don't worry about defending yourself. Don't worry about, all of this whatever this drama is that's going in. Just get your popcorn, just sit there and eat the popcorn and watch. Stay out of it. You don't need to get into the drama. Just, you know, just know you can stand strong by yourself. You don't have to get involved with whatever this, excuse me, the storm is that's coming close and getting to, where it's at. Where you're at, you can stay in the eye of the storm and just watch it raging around you and just, this is really good. Can I have some more butter on this popcorn? So I like it. There's this safety. There's this just safety. You're taken care of. So whatever this is that's coming or that's raging around you, you don't have to involve yourself. You have permission to sit this one out, which I like. So that's what's coming in for you, double, triple, quadruple X. That is new, right? What? I don't have to get involved? Hallelujah. All right. That is what they have for you. So many blessings. And lovely Lovey, how can you help your little one to cope with her struggles? All right, let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know? Yeah, I see here it's difficult for, parents or and especially moms I know to see their children upset and sad. And when you realize when you're able to see things here from a higher perspective, when you're able to understand it's part of their transformation that they choose this, here's the two cups. Um One thing that you can do is show them by example how you can use the power of emotional choice. Telling them anything ain't gonna do nothing. They're beyond the trainable stage. Now they're watching. That's the only thing that when children reach a certain age, they stop listening and they watch. They're like, you can say, do this and this and this and this, but they're going to watch what you do and they're going to go, well, that seems to be the way to do it, not the way you told me. The whole don't do as I say or do as I say, not as I do. They're like, no, I'm going to do as you do, not as you say. And so, you seeing things from a different perspective, you choosing emotions, like when there's struggles going on, how do you cope? Even sharing with them your struggles and how you coped can help too. And I like here sharing, the old beliefs that you've left behind, the old beliefs that you used to have about yourself that used to make you feel cheated and have things stolen out of your life, because you believed certain things. And I like that. I like the vulnerability. I like, that teaches so much that allows just by going, my heart goes out to you. I know you're going through all these things and you're not alone in this. I had this happen to me and this is what I did around it. And if that helps any, but I'm here for you. And sometimes just saying I'm here for you, you know, that's what they need because you know, you trying to solve their problems that no one you can't change people's minds because they just resist, right? Anyone that tries to change our minds, resist, resist, resist. We can only change hearts. And how do we change hearts? Unconditional love. But if you feel you want to share from your heart with them, if they're open to it, and just, um, letting them know that um, they're not alone in struggling in life, that everyone does, and that showing how you did it, and I almost feel like just them going, "What? You struggled?" Because you're so strong, right? And you put on this rah, strength, this warrior, that when they realize, "No, I get scared. I still get scared, but it's okay." Bravery, courage doesn't mean you don't get scared. It means we do things anyway even when we're scared, right? So, I like it. Um, so hopefully that helps, Lovey. But that's what they have for you. So many blessings and divine love. You are up next. So what is coming towards you? Let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know here? What is coming towards you? Well, you definitely been doing a lot of work because here's the all this harvest that's coming in that's bringing you into this feeling of a place of independence, of standing on your own, of looking at your worth also here. We have a little snail here, if I can, which that little snail down here is all about. It took some time to get here, but here it comes the harvest with all the burden, with all the energy that you put in. It hasn't been a waste. You're going to see it, but it is a time of endings and new beginnings that comes in here. It's like a harvest that like every year after they take all the corn off of the stalks, well, then the harvest is ended, and then they'll end up tearing it all up and re-tilling all the ground and planting something new. There's this type of cycle that happens here. But I like it. There's this huge abundance and harvest coming, and it allows for a new beginning. And like, okay, what's next after that? So I like it. There's this wonderful, um, you know, uh, Yeah. Wonderful fortune and this wonderful turn of events here, where even your human side with the wheel of fortune feels that it is for you. It's the tune of for you, the wheel of fortune. Endings again, 10 endings and new beginnings, but it's a positive thing. It's not like, oh no, now what? It's like, all right, now what kind of thing. So that's what they have for you, divine love. So many blessings to you. And we'll continue moving down the list here. And we're to Esther E. Hello, hello. So, what months can you look forward to and what's in store for them? All right. So, let's take a look here. So, for the free readings, I do two cards here. And it looks like you May and June were like May seemed like it was a a little bit of a storm maybe, but June I feel like you might have felt like there was this joy and this celebration that came in, this recognition um, that kind of came about through this as this transformed here. And I feel like they're saying here that, this month, July, this carries over into it. I feel like you did the work. Here's the recognition. And then the seven of wands is what would come next here. And the seven of wands would be July. They're just kind of keeping being in the moment, be here now. And the seven of wands usually has someone up on a bright hill feeling victorious, feeling shining bright, and people are like, "Why do you get all this?" Right? And there's like this I want to say jealousy, but jealousy, why do you get to have happiness? Why do you get to have abundance? Why do you get to have nice things happen to you? Come back down here and be miserable with the rest of us. And then you can tell them, I know misery loves company, but so does joy, and they throw better parties. I'm staying up here. But you can reach a hand down and help people up too. But I feel like July is a great month for you. And it's like every month can be a great month. Um, which I like that this energy that they're putting in here is you can look forward to every month because we get to choose each moment what it means. We put the story to what's happening. We choose the emotion that we're going through. We choose the actions we take. We choose the energy that we put forward in each moment. And I feel like that's what they're saying. Well, May, was a good transformational month because things change. And June brought this, and July brings this. It's like every moment can be celebrated. And I feel like that's their message for you is you can find something to celebrate in each moment, even if we're taught no, when this happens, this is what it's supposed to mean, how you're supposed to feel, what energy you're supposed to invest, what actions you're supposed to take, supposed to, should, need to, have to, blah, 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 blah. You get to choose. I like this empowerment that comes in here for you, Esther E. So that is what they have for you. So many blessings to you. All right. And Felicia, you are up. So thank you for just mentioning everyone. Thank you, everyone that gives the video a thumbs up. It's something free you can do, and it tells me you're enjoying free readings. It also tells YouTube that you're enjoying my content on my channel, and they help spread the Zen love. So you can be part of the love tsunami by hitting the thumbs up. It does help me out. And again, it costs nothing. That's the best price, right? So thank you all for doing that. And thank you, Felicia, for the beautiful reminder. And you're up next. And you want to know, will you meet your future spouse this autumn? All right, let's take a look here and see what they have to say. It's a possibility. I always like it when they say that. It's a possibility because you have the Nine of Cups would be emotional wish fulfillment, but the Five of Wands is about energetic conflicts, right? So the possibilities come in that five is a number of transformation. And if energy can change, yes, you can meet them in autumn, but it's not guaranteed because there's both your energy and their energy. And if both of you are working on your self love and raising your love vibration, yeah, you can. If one of you is and the other's not, then it takes more time to meet, or more time to meet, depending on you know where this challenge with the energies coming in. So the more, of course, we focus in on, the lower vibrational energies of fear and missing things and hating things and all that instead of gratitude and joy and laughter and peace. This speeds up, this slows things down. So if they're slowing things down and you're speeding it up, it's like, you know, the higher vibrational energy pulls more. So if you're doing it, you can still pull them along where they'll eventually catch up. um, but if you're both in lower vibrational energy, then it drags out longer, right? So I do like this. That definitely is a possibility. 9 of Cups, what, autumn is September 20th, right? September, October, wait, autumn, September, October, November, December. Yeah, it's September 20th to December 20th, right? Because winter's December 20th. Yeah. So it's a possibility, but it's all up to the both of you. So the only thing that you can control is your own focusing on your love energy, right? All right, so that is what is coming in for you there. All right. And then Goldie, you will be the next free reading up, but I do have another donation that came in. You are very welcome, Felicia. All right. So, Shane, thank you for your additional donation here. And never have to apologize, please. uh, lured you in with someone new. Okay. So, when Uh, you're funny. Yeah, the scavenger hunt, right? All right, let's take a look here and see what does spirit want to let you know about this. The new. Okay. All right. One, two, three, one, two. Oh, it's a dance. All right. So let's take a look here. All right. So let's take a look and see what we've got here. So you want to know when? Okay, when has to do with your energies. We'll find out here. I just want to look at all these cards. What is all this about? What is all this about? Okay. So as far as when this could happen, it has to do with energy. The magician card is the divine masculine, the manifestation, the putting energy forward, doing that. And the magician here with the wand tells us that whatever we focus on is what grows and expands. And so when it comes to fated events, if there's these happen hardly ever in our lives, a fated event that has to happen on an exact day or moment in time for other fated events. Birth is probably the usual only one that we have in our lives. Sometimes maybe our deaths. We'll talk about that in a future Take 10 with Zen, but we've got this power, there's this range of when we can meet someone, and it has to do with their energy and it has to do with our energy. And so the more we work on it, like we were just talking about with Felicia, the more we work on raising our love vibration, if they're doing it, then that's what brings us together faster. If neither of us do any of the inner work and raise our love vibration, there's a day that we meet, but it's the amount of time we spend together becomes less because we can meet someone here, but if we wait and we wait and we wait and we don't work a whole lot, this is when we'll meet them, and this is the time we'll be together, and so this is the time we can be together. So I like it that it's within our hands. So we do like that. And okay. You're funny. And this is about, again, Aries energy, taking things into your power and changing your um like your expectations, the rules that you have around what love should be. Here's the knight in shining armor coming in with love, and the emperor is the one who puts their uh, plans, like they put their plans onto paper and they put action behind it. They have movement, they make decisions, they're the ruler, right? There's a lot of people giving a lot of advice and a lot of information and sharing expectations and desires they want for the kingdom, blah, blah, blah. But it's the emperor who ultimately makes the decision and cuts things away, right? So I like that. It's like it's a lot is in your hands, and like the what, like I want a relationship, you give to the creator, but the who and the when and the how and all of that, if we allow that, if we say, "This is what I want done," and you make it happen, spirit will go, "All right," if you're giving us the ability, you can trust them, right? You don't trust it to someone you don't know. Okay, yeah, choose it for me. And it's like, no, you trust spirit because they are unconditionally loving and they're intelligent. They can get it done, right? So I really find that there. Ah, okay. um, Yeah, allow it to flow, release a lot of your expectations on what they're supposed to be, how you meet them, blah blah blah, and all this. Just go. I'm ready for love. I'm ready for a new love that's more meeting with uh, my heart, right? And you said it's probably online, and yeah, you're right. With the star card, this is Aquarian energy who rolls the Aquarian energy rolls over internet and online tech, like tech stuff. So, so I like that. And being picky is okay, but not having too many expectations, right? It's like, eh, like beyond, well, they need to be breathing, and then I'm okay. No, it's about respecting yourself, right? So while you're waiting, this is about nurturing yourself. But there is here online, these three cards came out together. So you've got this would represent online, um, and dreams come true. You've got the Empress, another major arcana, which is all about, it is sensuality, but it is new birth. It is Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, and nurturing yourself too. So you might meet online, and this might be, I don't know why there's like a meetup group for hiking or getting out in nature or something. I don't know why that came in here, but yeah, yeah, the possibility here is 10 of cups. All three of these, they're saying you can find this new love online. It's very rare that you find someone who is there that can meet up to it, but they definitely have that there. And it's one, two, three, one, two. It's like 3, it's like a dance that, happens here. It's interesting. Um, you have the 9 of Wands, which this is represents the energy and hitting your head up against a wall. I feel like you're ready to move past that wall. This energy, what's been holding you back before. I like this, that you're removing this so that the flow can happen. You've had a lot of restrictions that have been in place, but removing that, and like you mentioned, going with the flow really helps that. You definitely have a sledgehammer. Yeah. So this is trusting that whoever was moved out of your life is moved out of your life on purpose, for a purpose, to make the space for someone that is more in alignment with your soul purpose, and to clear the path for you to get there. You have your posse, um, the spiritual entourage up above, that this is all your guardian angels and spirit guides and loved ones and ancestors, all of these that are working to help you and bring in those. So you can ask them for assistance too, but just know they're the ones that were doing the lifting here of moving people out of your life according to your higher will of your soul. So I like it. So the when, yeah, I wanted to know the when and the where. And any other hints. Hopefully that helps there. Um, Yeah, I feel like I want to pull another card, like an oracle card. Okay. Yeah, they want to do a power of surrender. So let's take a look here. Yeah, I like it. Surrender to the wisdom of your body. And I'll read that here. Let's see. Just for the sake of the video, you have it there. And it says, listen to your body's messages about a person or a situation. If you feel physically drained or uncomfortable, be cautious. If you're energized and happy, move forward. All right. So, how will you know? Listen to your body. So, I like it. Relax and take it easy. All right. Well, that's what they have for you right now there, Shane. So many blessings to you. And thank you for your additional donation. I appreciate that. And enjoy your scavenger hunt. All right. So, Goldie, you are up next. Let me just take a sip here. All right. So, Goldie, you'd like to know what about the month of July for you here? Let's see. These are two good cards to come out. They're both major arcana. You've got the world card here, which is the last card in the major arcana, which is ending of old cycles and beginning of a new adventure that's free of a lot of expectations. And you're probably going, thank God, because if this is what you've been in, which is Capricorn, Saturn energy, where they've been shaking and rattling your cage, showing you where your chains are, what cage that you've been in. So you've been having a lot of work that's been happening in your life, a lot of stuff that's been brought to your face for you to deal with and to work through. And it's great because this is like what has allowed this to happen because the world card is being the last card in the major arcana. The next card that comes after it is the zero card, the fool card, which is kind of like a child who's going on this new adventure that's free of all the supposed tos and shoulds and all these expectations, and allows you to have this adventure instead of this feeling like you're in class doing work or you're in a sweatshop, you know, doing things repetitively and you have to do them. This is a more of an adventure that's coming your way in July here. So whatever you've been working on, there's some freedom that comes in a new adventure that begins that's so much more non-restrictive from beliefs about, that you've been given all your life around how it's supposed to and should be and need to be and have to be and must be done. It's more of this like, I know what I want and I want to head here and I don't care about anything else. I'm just going to kind of drift this way and see what happens. It's this freeing feeling. And I like it for you. So that is kind of what the energy of July that they want you to know right now, Goldie. So many blessings to you. All right. And high vibes, you are up next. So love reading for you. Let's see what we got going on here. All right. Well, I like this because this low vibe is has come to this really peace of mind. So the low vibes becoming the high vibe for high vibe. The five of cups is a transformation of emotion, and we come here to experience the lower vibrational. There's nothing wrong with feeling and experiencing because there's no right or wrong emotion. They're all a temperature on a thermometer. It's like there's a cold pool and a hot tub, and there's nothing wrong with wanting to jump into a cold pool of lower vibrational energy when it's how hot out. If it's summer where you're at and it's 120 degrees out, you're like, that cold pool feels so good. And then when you're ready, when the sun sets and the temperature drops, you're like, I'm going to go over and jump in the hot tub. And you enjoy that temperature until you feel like a boiling frog. And then you're like, I want to go jump in the pool for a minute. And then I'm going to go back and I'm going to go. And there's this ebb and this flow of feeling the higher vibration, the lower vibration, and it's okay. We get to feel those things. Um, and I feel like you're coming to terms with that, realizing, with the power of emotional choice back here that we can go back and forth between them, but we're never trapped in here anymore. and we can let the fears go. We can experience these, we keep them on the wall so I can reminisce and maybe take it off the wall and remember and then put it back on the wall because they're sleeping very peacefully here on the Ace of Swords, which is about seeing things from a higher place, from a place of unconditional love, and cutting away the small teachers of fear. But there's nothing wrong with this, and I like this around love because it's showing you that you are ready for love and that you are putting some fears to rest, and you're realizing that even if you came across the same type of relationship as you had in the past, you're different. So you would handle it differently and there'd be different results. And I feel like that's important for you to know that you're not the same. So you will never step in the same water again. Like a stream is constantly moving and you're constantly growing. You never experience the same water in the stream again. It just because it's gone and you're new. And so would your relationships be. So I like this. There's this beautiful flow of emotional energy that's coming in with peace of mind too. So that's what's coming in right now. Hopefully that helps and resonates for you. That's what they have for you right now. All right, DK, you want to know, has Krishna moved on from you or does he still, I think you mean love you? All right, let's take a look here. See, has he moved on or does he still love you? Because he always loved himself, I feel. A little too much. Um, yeah, I feel like he's moved on. We've got the 4 of Cups here, which shows like they're interested in a new love. And here's you with the 9 of Pentacles standing in the garden by yourself. 9 is the hermit's journey, but you are in a beautiful place. And I feel like it's good that they've moved on. And it's okay for you to move forward because this is going to be you. You're going to be in this, luxurious and feel full. What you have coming forward in the future allows you to feel so much more solid in who you are in relationship to the outside world. Here, I just feel like, these are the cups that he felt, and he just keeps on lining up the cups because he's not happy on the inside. He doesn't love himself, so he can't find love. Self love is what is being offered, but he's ignoring it. He just keeps on focusing in on these cups he keeps lining up thinking, "Oh, everyone on the outside's supposed to make me happy," but they never do, and he blaming everyone else for not making him happy, but it's because he's unhappy on the inside. You can give him the world, and because he's unhappy on the inside, he'd still be unhappy. So I like that they're, you know, let's let them move on because where you're going is so much more in alignment for you in your life. So I like it for you. That's what they have coming in for you, DK. So many blessings to you. Right, and I did get a PayPal that came through here, so let me just bring that up here. All right. And then Morgan the Void, you'll be my next free reading when I circle back around here. So many blessings. All right. Love 1, 2, 3, 4. I do see your PayPal that came through. Let's take a look here. Okay, that's number 1. And if so, is it going to be 2 months worth? Anything else? All right. Well, I feel like I don't know why this feels like HR to me, but we've got, here's the 8 of Cups, you leaving behind the emotions and people that no longer serve you, headed off into wish fulfillment. And I feel like here with the 5 of Wands, this is a, a struggle, conflict that transforms into something more, more. Uh, Loving, more kind, more positive. And I feel like here's leaving, right? You're like, "Woohoo, I'm headed off to my wish fulfillment anyway." Um, I just don't feel like that's like I know before I felt like they were, but this just feels like there's a conflict that happens. I almost feel like here because we've got the Capricorn, which is when you do the work, you get the reward, and this is you do the work, you get the reward. So I feel like you get one, but I don't feel like it comes easy. I feel like it's like it's not like here's your severance package. Thanks for working with us. Da, 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 da. I feel it's like, well, we're working on stuff, but we'll get back to you. Okay, I'm sorry, it's still being reviewed. Oh, I'm sorry. Da, da. It's like for the love of God, are you going to do it or not? But I feel like there's this. Um, I almost feel like you're headed off to your new role, and it doesn't matter here with all of that. It's always drama, drama. Let's see here. No, I don't feel like you don't have to have um financial thingies here because you've got the Queen of Swords balancing your heart and your mind. You just need to step out of this mindset, these fears that steal from you. Um, Focus less on fears, more on gratitude, right? Have you set your alarm on your phone? Set the alarm on your phone right now. Do it right now. Things will unfold so much more beautifully if the energy, yay! How's that working? How does that feel when it goes off and you're like, what is that? And you're like, oh, that's right. Isn't it refreshing? I can't wait. Oh, starting tomorrow. Tomorrow. All right. So you'll start to see things happen. You'll see things change. It'll be amazing. Everything that we've pulled, you're going to start to see this the energy. Because I think I've shared before that the first time I tried a gratitude journal, which was just in the mornings, one thing, right? Yeah, like one thing to be grateful for in the mornings, right? It was like there's this and I'm going to do it for 30 days and I wasn't going to I didn't want to repeat anything. That was my goal. Something to be grateful for every morning for 30 days and I don't want to repeat it. And even if it's like I've got two eyes that see, sometimes they need help to see distances or you know, whatever. But I can see. Some people don't have that. I'm grateful for that. I can hear out of both ears. Some people don't have that. Some people can't hear out of one or both ears. I have both my arms. I mean, and you start to do stuff and you're just like, wow, you don't realize how much we have to be grateful for. And after 30 days, I loved it so much. The energy has transformed so much. And that was just doing it once a day in the morning for 30 days that I continued to do it for 5 months almost, and because I didn't put an end to it, and I just got to a point where started to become work, like, "Okay, here I go, my gratitude today." But I was in such a new place of gratitude, that was my norm. I had changed it to where I was seeing things to be grateful for, and I didn't repeat anything for that period of time because the more I was grateful, more things to be grateful for started coming in too. I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for this. And it's just amazing. So you'll see. I'm excited for this. Yeah, it is. It is one of the reasons, you realize, and also that I know everything happens for me. It helps you see that too. I have so much to be grateful for. And okay, what is this about? Like when the internet went out on here was a Wednesday. And my host was like, I don't know if they're going to be back up by the time you're going to go live. And I'm like, you know what? It's a night of rest. I was able to do a bunch of other videos and stuff to get cut back up. And it was like, you just look at it as a blessing. You're like, you know what? You go with the flow. So I like it. I like it. I like it. All right. So thank you again for your additional donation. I appreciate you. And Gemini, Sun, Aquarius, Moon. Thank you for your donation. And swimmer girl, hiya! Hiya! Good to see you, good to see you. All right. So let's see. What does your beloved aunt think about the decisions that you had to make regarding her possessions that you acquired, assisting with rehoming your uncle, and the tough love decisions that had to be made about her son? Okay. Let's take a look here. Oh, okay. What else? Whoa. Okay. Wow. Auntie just kind of simmer down now. She's getting a little rambunctious. Oh, she is very fiery, isn't she? Okay. All right. Wow, wow, wow. Boom, 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 boom. I like it. So the first card that came out was the Hermit came flipping over. And I like this. She's basically saying, and I feel like you know this. I feel like she's saying, I talk to you all the time. You're very intuitive. You get alone. You speak to us. You hear me. You know how I feel. I like that. She's very sassy. Very, very sassy. I almost feel I don't know if she was a redhead in this lifetime, but I feel like redheaded energy that's coming in here. So I like that. And then so we got the Queen of Wands and the Four of Swords, which is peace of mind. And I like it because here is like she's saying that you are the queen, you have the command, you're making the decisions, you're trusting your intuition. And this is like her saying, have peace of mind about it. You're okay. So, she's not concerned. She sees everything from up above, and they don't have any judgment up there either. They're totally about like, "Give me the popcorn. Look what's happening. Oh my gosh, look what they're doing." Because it's a game. It's not, um, an Indian warrior. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Very, very sassy. Um Yeah, and she's got no, wishes come true, and the Knight of Swords is movement and making decisions. This is like saying, make decisions as you wish. I'm totally cool. And they're just like, yep, they it's amazing when you channel people from the other side. And another, love 1, 2, 3, 4. Another reason why I'm so zen is because when I channel as much of spirit and the higher realms, they're so laid back about this world. They're like, there's no right or wrong. It's like watching someone play a video game. They're like, oh, you died. All right, play again. You can go back. It's like there's endless lives when you're playing a video game, like PlayStation or whatever that you have. And yeah, she goes, you hear me all the time. That's what she was saying. You know? That's funny. But, but I like this, 'cause, um, it's just they don't have concerns about there's no right or wrong, there's just different experiences, and they're not offended by any of our decisions because 'cause they're like, "I'm in the audience now watching, it doesn't impact me anymore. What do you guys wanna do? You guys do it." A friend of mine had her husband pass away a few years ago. And one of the questions she was asking me was like, "What does he think of his urn?" And he was like, "I don't care." He was like, "That's like a prop on a stage. That's doesn't matter. I'm not even in there. I'm right here." And they were more so enamored with um, like with who their spouse was, who she was, because they got to see who she was all the way back to when she was in the womb, and every emotion she felt, every decision she made, every thought she had, and she was just like, "Wow," really, with all that. Yeah, no, and because she knows here, and here's the, with all of this. This is where I was going next here, with the 6 with the children, regarding children, be true to your authentic self, any conflicts, anything that comes up. She goes, "It's just children fighting. It's just children." They don't care, They're just like whatever unfolds is an experience. They don't look at they know, I mean, because they see everything from above. They know that it doesn't matter what happens in each moment. Um, we get to choose what story we put to it, what emotion we feel, what energy we do, what actions we take. And so they're like, they could have as easily chosen to go, "You're right. I was doing stuff I shouldn't have. And so thank you for correcting me." She's laughing as she's saying that. Like, yeah, like that would happen. But she's like, but he could have, but he chose not to. If he chooses to be upset, that's his problem, not yours. She's so sassy. I don't know. Did she ever tell you that I wish you were my child? Because that's the kind of energy I'm coming in. She's like, I think you guys were switched at birth. I think you were supposed to be my child. But she jokes. She loves them very much. And there she's with them and watching over them, and she knows, um, you know, that they're going through it. Yeah. You could enable him, but you don't have to. And it's your choice not to. And that's not a wrong choice. And she's like, I understand, she's with it. She told you that all the time. Yeah. So that's what I feel. She's just like, it's okay. Do what you need to do. Do what you need to do, boo. Because she's very sassy. Uh, but definitely nothing to worry about. You did what you felt you needed to do, and that's the most important thing. So totally supports you. All right, yeah, so that definitely was her, saying that. She's like, "It's okay. You're my child. Whatever you did to that son of that other lady, I don't care." Uh, so she totally supports your decisions and all of that. Yeah, because she says it's his choice. If he wants to feel abandoned out in the cold, left behind and lack and do all that, that's his journey and that's okay. And she's with them. She's walking with them in whatever he does. She loves them. She's by their side all the time as well as yours. She doesn't have to split herself. She can be with both of you, with all her loved ones, all at the same time. And she is. And she's like, I'm watching out for him. I'm giving him love and he's on his journey. This character that he's playing here, he's playing a really good victim character. Um, and but she's hanging out with his higher self, which is a being of unconditional love. They're laughing. He goes, now watch what I do." So I like it. So perfect, perfect. I love that messages for you, Gemini Sun. So she's definitely with you. I think that's hilarious. Thank you for allowing me to channel her because so sassy in a such a fun way. And I feel like she had like a laugh, just a hearty, hearty laugh that, it just made other people laugh because, you know, if when she laughed, you laugh, you can't help but laugh with her. When she was on her, like you said, her warpath, everyone was like, "Ooh, respect it." So I like it. Alrighty. So that's what they have for you. Yeah. Yeah. And she always did. She still loves you, of course. She loved you very much there. All right. All right, Gemini. So that is what they have for you right now. So many blessings to you, and just know everything is fine. You did great. Okay. Marg in the void, we are back to you For the free readings, and you're like, what message to do your ancestors have for you at the moment? In fact, I want to just pull from the Angel and Ancestors Oracle. So we'll see what they have here. All right. Let's see what we got here. So you've got the Traveler coming in here, and they're saying, move in a new direction. You got to move it, move it. So let's see what they have here for you. And it says, welcome any opportunities to travel, either to the outer world or to the inner worlds. And the Traveler card represents the gypsy spirit within. The opportunity to move in a new direction is coming your way, and ancestral wisdom is encouraging you to welcome it with open arms. Going on a trip is an exciting process because not only do you learn about the world, you also learn about yourself. And this card often comes up when you have a chance to go through a process of awakening and understand even more about the amazing qualities you have to share with the world. Often such journeys can be lonely, but this in itself can teach you that you are never really alone and your angels and your ancestors are there for you. The road you are on may be the road less traveled, but this journey is going to be a highly beneficial for your emotional and spiritual growth. If it isn't about covering outer distance, it's about covering distance within, and you'll be evolving every single moment of it. Remember to keep things simple and to lighten your load because that will make your journey more enjoyable. You're also being encouraged to see how far you've come and how you've really grown as a person, because this recognition will support you in going even further. And there's a good chance that along the way, you'll make new friends who will become companions for a lifetime. I like it. I like it. So that is what your ancestors have for you right now, Morg. So if you're planning a trip or you're like, well, I don't know, should I go on that trip? Boom, do it. Because you're going to find some significant friendships that will, like they said, will last a lifetime. Or if it's inner, you can still find spiritual friendships, or if it's a group that's doing inner search together that way as well. So I like it for you. And that's what they have for you, Morg. So many blessings to you. All right. We are moving down the list here. All right. Shirley, we're up to you here. Oh, so Serenity had enough of this life, did they? Yeah, that's interesting because it just really, the energy was that they wanted to um, that things were going to heal. Let's see. So the vet school wanted her to be put down, or did the primary vet influence them to do it? Okay. A lawn ornament. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. Let's take a look here. So let's see. Was it the vet school that wanted them to be put down, or did the primary vet influence them to do it? Let's take a look there. So we have the choice card here coming in. It was the vet school that chose it here. The primary vet, the this is the home, feeling like home card here. I feel like they wanted to, have them, have a home and that kind of thing. But they decided the vet school was like, they're gonna have a painful life. And so ultimately the decision was made. by them of what was um, the best health, the best life choice for him there. So I feel like that is what is happening there. So it wasn't the primary vet influencing it. I felt like they almost felt like they wanted to get him a home and have him be, like you said, a healthy lawn ornament, because that's the Four of Pentacles for me, is like the home, the stable, physical place for him. But let's see here what messages Serenity has here for you. In fact, I feel like we're going to pull an oracle card here. She had such beautiful energies, which now she's like, "Woohoo! I'm running like a crazy horse across the heavens." Let's take a look here. I feel like the Psychic Tarot Oracle is coming up first. I feel like there's going to be another one, but let's see. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me show you. So the timing, the waiting game was the card here. And so this is from Serenity. So this card energy, it's about this card indicates about having worked hard to set things in motion in certain areas of life and waiting for the results to come to fruition. This is exactly what was going on, right? The number 2 is all about choice and decision. In the past, uh, it says you may have been afraid of making decisions or choices, but now you're no longer held prisoner by this fear or the constraints of old belief. Expect the best and be open to the limitless power of your intuition, which is presently very strong. Trust and use it to assist you. So I feel like they're saying you're free from this now. You're free from worrying about me, and you don't have to worry about me anymore. Achievement and success are assured, but once obtained, don't let it change you. Remember who you are, the effort that it took to get you to this point, and the gratitude you can show the people who helped you. Stay on your spiritual path, for it will continue to guide you on the journey of your soul. So I feel like they're saying, like, it was time. You invested the energy to have it happen, but it doesn't need to be invested in this anymore. So I like that there, and I feel like the other one that we wanted to read from for this is the Ask Your Guides Oracle, because I feel like they're like going to be a guide for you now within your life here. Yeah, Cleopatra, Queen of Denial, Divine Helpers, and card number 22. So definitely a spiritual number about connecting to the spirit world. And let's see what we got here. This is also from them. So I'm going to replace the divine helpers with their name. They want me to do that. So Serenity is here to help you take off your blinders, take off the blinders, and more honestly assess the difficulties in your intimate relationships. Although you'd prefer to believe that ignorance is bliss, the truth is that denial is not a river in Egypt, nor is it a genuine form of protection against unhappiness. Serenity gently asks you to summon the courage to honestly admit the real problems that exist in your relationships. So, Serenity's giving you relationship advice. That's hilarious in itself. They're like, I just wanted to always be able to tell you this, but now I can. As difficult as your relationships may be, until you do so, there's no chance that these shadows will ever heal. So, for example, admit when your spouse isn't just tipsy, but rather is drunk, and they can be on many nights. Or admit, at least to yourself, that when your son says he can't find a job, it's because he isn't looking that hard. Or that when your partner says they must work late every single night for months, that an affair or other digression is likely. Most important, admit what you might be hiding from your loved ones. Acknowledge your fears, your addictions, your excuses, and failures honestly and with compassion. Realize that what your mind blots out, your heart knows, and so does everyone else. In other words, when you're in denial, you're only kidding yourself. Isn't kidding like a kid? Isn't that a horse reference? Anyway, what your mind blots out, your heart knows. Serenity wants you to acknowledge these unpleasant realities because until you do, you'll be stuck in them. Not every unpleasant reality needs to be challenged or changed, however. Sometimes it's best to compromise or let things be. If your partner is generally sloppy, for example, but is otherwise a gem, let it go. However, if your partner is in serious trouble or vice versa, you're only harming yourself and others and perpetuating the problem by denying it. Serenity's message to you: take off the blinders and be open to the truth about others and yourself. Only then can you learn and grow past problems. I like it. Such a serenity energy. So that's what they have for you, Shirley. Hang in there and hopefully that helped. All right. And I'm just looking through here to see where we left off here. All right. So, Shelly Rain, you are up next. Hello, hello, and welcome to the channel. Thank you for being a new subscriber and welcome to the Soul family. And any messages for you? Okay, you got a question. Any messages from angels and guides and ascended masters? A bug of a hug and so much love. I like that, Shelly. We actually have an oracle deck called the Angels and Ancestors. So, let's pull from there and see what message they have for you this evening. So for Hug-a-Bug Shelly. All right, this is the one here. Wow. So you got the Magic Guardian, who says, ignite. I'm sorry, unlock the magic within. I like it. So let's take a look here and see what they have here for you. So stop looking outside yourself and recognize that you have incredible power within. Magic with a K is the energy of the universe that allows you to manifest and create through the direction and power of your will. It changes according to your frequency. And the Magic Guardian is a representation of the angel of magic who helps you direct your will to bring something into creation. She is the angel who swirls around shamans and wise ones when they're calling on the energy of magic to help them manifest something that will be healing and supportive of their path. She is the angel of all magic that is directed for the highest good of for whoever is working with it. The extended message that she brings is, you are the magic. You are the answer. You have it all within you. If you've been searching for an answer or a reason to focus, recognize that all that you are looking for is already within you. You are a powerful and magical person with the capacity to direct your intentions and will your desires into being. But your power can only be powerful when you own it. So take time to acknowledge it. Your ability to dedicate yourself to a goal and make it happen is a real gift that you're being guided to recognize now. I like it. You are magical. You have everything you need within you. It's like the magician card, right? You have everything within you, and you're able to be a conduit of this beautiful love energy to come through and roll out into the world. So you get to decide how you uniquely want to share that beautiful, unconditional love in your heart with the world. There's no wrong choice. You get to choose it, and you get to direct it. So I like it for you, Shelley, and that is what they have for you. So many blessings to you. The universe, I am. Final editing. All right, very good. Boom. Perfect, perfect. Yeah, so you can step out and let the creativity flow. I like it. I like it. So many blessings to you and welcome. Hopefully, we'll see you some more. All right. And back to the free readings here. We have Rohit. You are up next year. So you want to know Chitra's true intentions about you. All right. Let's take a look here. All right. Well, they're a little confused on the emotions, what they want emotionally, but they've got some pretty clear intentions about their um, passions. The Knight of Wands is the fastest moving knight, and it's the passion, 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 a lot of fire. So there's a lot of physical attraction, a lot of energetic attraction, and emotions. They're kind of a little more unclear about what they're wanting and their intentions. They're being drawn in this direction right now of the attraction kind of qualities, but the emotions, I feel like, come later for them normally anyway. I feel like they want to make sure it's like such a thing that happens in humans. Well, I have this draw to something, but then we'll see once all the passion goes, is there emotion left over? Instead of you know thinking relationships are about attraction and love at first sight and the crushingness and all that kind of stuff. And then it's like the emotions are never there because they're going off of this drive of of passion instead. So but that's what's happening right now, is they're more focused on that side than the emotional side at this moment. So that's what's coming in, Rohit. So many blessings to you. Hang in there. All right. You say boom all the time. Boom. I do too. Boom. That's too funny. All right. Hey, Olivia. Thank you so much for your donation. And Renard, Sean, you'll be my next free reading. So I'll be back here momentarily. And thank you for your donation. Good evening to you. So, your lovely friend passed 13 years ago. All the time she was married to the Taurus, and last time you saw him was at her funeral. Okay, this Panjang. Okay, yeah. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Oh, she's haunting you. She hates you. I'm just kidding. She does not. They don't. It's like playing a character in a movie. And just to confirm that, we'll pull from the Talking to Heaven deck here to see what she has to say about it. But marriage doesn't I know, right? Wasn't that what you're fearing? She's like, that's funny because that's something that she would do. She would totally with a serious face tell you stuff, wouldn't she? She'd be like, "Olivia, you won't believe what happened." And you're like, "What?" Da, da, da. No way. No, no way. This is only what happened. Is that like was she? Yeah. She Aquarius? Because such an Aquarius thing to do. But it's funny. But yeah, so she's like, just I'm just shitting you. Too funny. See what else. I feel like there's gonna see something else. Okay. I like it. She's saying, "It's not your fault. Don't don't feel like you have fault with all of this." Um, so I like that, and she does tell you this. Goes, "Oh, while I have your attention, I wish I had told you more often how much I love you." Um, So, she likes that. So, and let me look at the tarot here, but she just definitely wanted to, say, don't feel like there's fault at all because in the heavens, on the other side, there's no judgment, and also she's showing me like, you know, there's this, how like they'll always post things online, like all of these characters that are in a movie or in a TV series, and here they are with their real partners, because they're like, this is just a movie that they're not really together. It's just a movie, you know that, right? And she's saying it in that way to you too. She's like, you realize that that was just a movie. We were just a relationship on TV, you know. I'm not there anymore. When the movie ends, they're not really married. That's how she's presenting it to you. Is like, this is just a movie, and when we're done playing our part, we're not still married. We go back, and they have that. Yeah, and they do. We all really actually love each other so deeply. We get to the other side, there's no marriages because if you think about, we have multiple lifetimes. We're not married to the same people in every lifetime. We're not together with everyone. Sometimes we're married to more than one person in a lifetime. But there's not that ownership. There's not that, um, the human mind, the human side is the one who talks about, well, these people belong together. It's like, well, no, they were in a movie together, and then that person was also in a love story in that movie with someone else, and that other person was in that movie with someone else. That's what she says. They're not really married. It's a movie, right? She keeps on saying that. It's funny. So put your mind at ease. Put your mind at ease. Yeah. So she has the hermit card, which she sees here, um, and this is what she wants you to see. Uh, this was her husband. She saw him. She's always by his side. She's always by your side. But she saw him in this hermit mode, away from everyone, and there was a lot of conflict that was going on, in their life, a lot of mental conflict, a lot of, stuff happening. And, with the loss, with them being removed out of their life. But she goes, everything happens on purpose for a purpose. That it was time for me to leave. And it was discussed before we all came down here about when my death scene would be in the movie and when you guys would meet back up and you would see each other. And that's what comes into the fate's wheel, the wheel of fortune. She's like, it's part of the design. It's part of the movie. It was part of the script. She goes, it's not a surprise. Why would I be upset? When I read the script of like, this is what the lifetime was going to be. I like this lifetime. I'll play this character. They signed up for it. So, you know, I like it. So nothing to be concerned about. Did she? I mean, she's in both of your lives. She's part of your spiritual entourage, and it was scripted. It was part of fate. So before all of you came down here, you determined, like, she knew, like, at this point, you know, why are they showing me, oh, what is the movie where she was passing from cancer and she chose who she wanted her husband to be with before she passed away. I forget what movie that is, but that's what they're showing me in my head. But she's like, it's like the movie. I'm gonna play the part up to here, and then this is when you come in and action, and so it was all known. It's not a surprise or anything like that. So, um, She definitely was part of the team that brought you guys together, but she didn't do it just herself because it was very much designed, so so I like it. That's what they have for you, Olivia. So I love her sweet spirit. Of course, she's so much more, even more of being of unconditional love and joy and peace over on the other side. But she's like, "Yeah, I got my popcorn. I'm watching this romance unfold. It's so beautiful." She's so funny. All right. But that's what they have for you, Olivia. So many, many blessings to you. Hang in there and go forward with her blessing. She's going, too funny. She did, Shirley, Shirley, she did. And she's around you. Absolutely. And she knows that. And she's with you. I love her. I love her sense of humor. And she is with you, definitely. Yeah. I believe that, Olivia. Absolutely. All right, Katie P, thank you so much for your donation. And then can see what will happen this month with Jordan and you. Okay. Yeah, I know Shirley. But she didn't end. She's like, I'm out. She's so she's so sassy. And I know she Henri. She was like, I had enough. I am glad I'm out of there. She goes, it was a good run, but she's like, but so hang in there, hang in there. All right. So Katie, I am focusing on you now. Sorry. Yes. Yes, I can definitely see here how you definitely were both stubborn. All right, and I'm not talking about you. Well, actually, it would also fit for you and Jordan, Katie, but I was talking about Shirley and Serenity the horse. uh, but who of us aren't stubborn? Really, if we're truly honest, none of us can say I'm not stubborn. Well, we could say it, but it would be a lie. All right, so I've got three and one card and three, and so the cards on the left are you, the cards on the right is Jordan, and then the card in the middle is going to be like, what is this connection between the two of you, and where you stand by the end of the month. So we're going to look at, yeah, we'll look at them first and see where are they coming from, and then we'll look at yours. All right. Yeah, we're at so we've got here, Jordan is just in this place. I mean, he's this divine masculine. He's always investing his energy where he wants to be and what he wants to do. The Six of Swords here is like moving in direction, moving changes. I almost feel like they're going to be moving away. There's this energy of this new way of expressing their energies, and they're in this place of planning what they want to do and where they want to go, and they have their world in their hands. And I feel like they've been doing a lot of thinking about life. So I almost feel like, this is more what's going on inside their head is that everything that's been going on in their life, gosh, I almost feel like for 5 years, it just feels like whatever's been drawn out that they've been when I want to say putzing around, like they've been half. I think I can say half-assed on YouTube. It just feels like that was like their what they've been doing with their life. They've been like, well, I want to do this and da 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 da, but they put half effort into it. But I feel like they're ready. There's like this energy of like they just want to go all in. They're just not ready to. They almost have this feeling of existing, and they want to move forward in their life. They want to live their dreams. They just want to jump forward. And that's what's going on here. Yeah, right? And everything. They just kind of been, but I feel like something's set a fire under their bohiney, and, I feel like that's, but I feel like with this 6 of swords, I do feel like movement. They're traveling, it's like they're I don't know I don't know if they're gonna get a job on doing something with the band and going on the road or something. I don't know. It just feels very, uh, I don't wanna say what is it? Transient. Like they're just constantly going and going and even overseas and across the water, because the 6 of swords can be across the water. So I feel like they're, ready for this. They just wanna make this leap, with all of that. And yeah. And I see here too, here with you, you have your higher self here with the judgment card calling you to this higher place, calling you to a different way of looking at things, because you've got both. Let me see if I can do this here. Okay. So you've got the Emperor and you've got the Page of Swords. Page of Swords is about seeing things from a higher perspective. The Emperor is about, you know, Aries energy, new beginnings. They're making the choices, with, that now that they have this Ace of Swords, they are kind of whatever everyone else thinks and supposed to be's and should be's and need to be's and have to be's and da 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 da. I'm just tired of it. The emperor is ready to, I'm going to make the decisions for my kingdom, and what everyone else is thinking and all the whatever advice, I've heard it all, but I am going to decide now. And I really feel like this is a time for you to stand up. Yeah, for you to stand up, and you're going to make the decisions that you want for you, not out of fear, but out of strength and authority in your own life. And it makes sense. The card that comes in between when we're like, where do you stand with each other at the end of the month? I mean, there we go. Disappointment, which third strike, they are out. Third strike, disappointing, disappointment after disappointment after disappointment. You know, it just, um, you know, it's just, it's the same. It's like you said, Jordan 2.0, Jordan 3.0, Jordan 4.0. It's the same thing because they haven't changed. You know, it's called insanity when you keep doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result, right? I know, I live that. But so they're just not able to live up to your expectations. They're not, that's not their desire to be who you want them to be. They are who they are, and no matter how much you try to look at their potential, who they could be, they're showing you who they are, and they're not being who you want them to be. And that's why you have continual disappointment, fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of losing conditional love, over and over and over and over and over again, right? Um, so no, there's no fault in it. Um, they can't be who you want them to be, and it's because one, you're the person that you're looking for. So number one, we can never be like, you can never be who they need, and they can never be who you need, because who you need is yourself. You know, your self love, and so the what comes in here is, you're on your journey and you're discovering who you are, and they're being a mirror for you, and you're being a mirror for them. But it's you're looking for them to be someone who they're not, and people can't you can't change people. Trust me. I tried. Being a manager for 20 years too. You try to change people with 0% success. People only change when it's what they want to change to, but you can't make them be who you don't want them to be. Mhm. Okay. But that's what they have for you, right now, Katie. So, um, hang in there, but those are the answers to your questions there, and, many blessings. Just sit with it, and if you need to rewind and just kind of see it from listen to it there. You know, yeah, it's disappointment. That's where you stand. You stand in disappointment. Um, and I don't know. I feel like they're going to be leaving. They're going to be headed off on their adventure. So that's what I feel with that. Uh, but I just feel like they're not going to choose you the way that you want to be chosen. Is at the core of all of that. It's what's happened. Right. So hang in there. All right. So and thank you again for your donation. I greatly appreciate you. Right. So Anna, you are up next, and thank you for your donation. And you wanted a general with Dave and you and his feelings towards you. All right. Let's take a look here. Okay. So those are their feelings. What else do we want to know here? Okay. All right. Well, they are an interesting individual. You're like, no kidding. Because we've got the high priestess here, which I feel like, they do a lot of reflection, a lot of diving. I don't know if they're a water sign. The high priestess, I just feel like their feelings, they say a lot here. That there's this stepping back. They have this stepping, backward and away from things. They're always maybe a little hermity because I have another 9 down here too. And they do the work and things unfold in the outside world, but I feel like it just feels very kind of reclusive in a way, you know, um, because the next card that came after that is we've got this um, star card, which represents balance, but it's also they're like this, this is Aquarius energy, which again, water bearers, we have all this waterness coming in, but very emotionally contained is the energy that comes in. It's like it just feels so I don't say reserved, but being an Aquarian sun, there's this analogy I use. I go, no, Aquarians, we feel emotion, but we're air signs. So we're very much thinkers and that, where people sometimes think, like, you don't have emotion. And like, oh, no, we do. We're water bearers. We're used to keeping emotions, water, right, in containers. We're water bearers. You know, we normally don't go around pouring them out like this. Our emotions, we have them in wonderful Tupperware containers, and they're kept in a nice refrigerated room in our hearts to keep them fresh. You just have to ask for them every once in a while. We're like, I need that container back when you're done, though. So there is this energy here like that with them. So I do see that. And then we have temperance. It's like things move very, very slow, right? I mean, it just feels like, you feel magic happening, right? With the 2 of cups here, there's magic going back and forth where it's slowly moving, slowly turning into gold, but it's taking its good old time. Because again, we have that 9 of Pentacles where they're pretty well, this, you know, information in here, this, this, um, awareness of their worth, but they're really self-contained, very independent, and that's where that introverted energy is coming in too. That they just they like their structure, they like their you know containment, and they're like, I just like the way the things are, and why mess it up, you know? But they have passion. So there is new passion, there is this new energy that's here, and they do have this attraction that is noted there. Um, but it's just I can relate in a way with them because it's like they do a cost benefit analysis. Yeah, and again, another slowest moving horse coming in here. But it's like they're just like, is it worth it? Um, Yeah. Right? And you're like, "Come on." So, but we have the Fool's card. So I feel like there is this movement, like they are getting to the point where they do want to just takes a little bit of time here, like a little bit in quotations, right? But it there is this desire to have this interaction, but without any boundaries on it. Because I feel like they like things the way they like it, but they don't wanna have to live up to other people's expectations because of who they are, which you totally get this, right? Where you're like, "Yeah, most people wouldn't put up with any of this." And so, I feel like they have been, you know you know what I'm saying? Like, they've been cast aside over and over again. People give up very fast on them because 'cause they're like, "Oh my god, you are high maintenance. Are you really worth it to be around?" And so they've learned to be self-contained and self-happy, but they want to have an adventure, but they're afraid that people are gonna try to cage them in, and when that happens and they're like, "No," and then it's like, I don't know, it's almost like, do you ever, see, oh, what was it? The doctor where it's someone who had I don't know if he's on the spectrum, and, when they get too stressed, they can, express, emotional outbursts and stuff. They're kinda showing me that in my mind. They're showing me the movie, I mean, the TV series, and it's like they're afraid, it's like when they get upset or they feel this, then and they might blow up in panic or go into fight or flight mode, and people are like, "Oh my god," and get away from me then, and I feel like they're just tired of experiencing it. Um, so that's what's coming in. I know I'm gonna shut my lines here, but so hopefully that makes sense. I don't Does that give you hope? uh, you know. Yeah, yeah. And this card just came flying out. The World card. This is right before the adventure. Ending of old cycles, beginning of a new adventure. Uh, yeah. Boom. So here you go. Yeah. So I like it. I like that there is that attraction, and they do want this adventure. The leaving behind the old ways and just having an adventure that's free to be what it is. And I like that. And that feels safe for them, for now. So, in it for the long haul. Well, for an adventure without any restrictions, yeah. Are you talking about, are they eventually gonna, change their ways and want marriage and, all that? Is that what you're asking? Um, see if they'll give me an answer here. Yeah, they gave you an answer. The 7 of Pentacles, which is always a great one, which is about the last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruit. So it does take time, it does take things, but if we're patient and we, cut wood and carry water and do the daily things and enjoy the adventure as it is, then you have a harvest eventually, you have fruit eventually, but it's about being patient and allowing things to unfold. So, um for now, it's the adventure without any expectations, without any that because as soon as it's like, trying to capture a rabbit. I don't want to show me a rabbit, and you have the little box with a little stick with the string and the carrot inside, and the rabbit's going close and the rabbit's going closer. If it if you move and the box moves a little bit, they're like, "Oh, I see the box, you dirty rat," and it takes off and runs, right? So, it's about you know, being true to that. So so that is what they have for you, Anna. So many, many blessings to you. That's what they have for you now. Oh, love 1, 2, 3, 4. Isn't that amazing? Woo! Spooky. All right. And thank you again for your donation there, Anna. Okay. So let's see. We left off with the free readings with Renard Shand. So, Renard, you want to know, is Nicola, your girlfriend, the right choice for a wife? Are they going to be your highest experience here? Let's take a look here. Well, we do have here the 10 of Pentacles, family and children and dog and grandparents and abundance and the home. So I feel what this is like a yes, but there's a yes, but this is you, the 8 of Swords, with you realizing what of your own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets, what fears of rejection, fears of failure, fears of losing conditional love, what fears you have in your life that have blinded you, bound you, and made you feel trapped. So there is some movement of thoughts and beliefs around love and around what marriage is and everything else. Some things to look at that help this, help you release some things. This is a yes, but they're like, you just need to do a little bit of reflecting on your own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets around it. And that's what sets you free to be able to do that. So that is what is coming in for you there, Renard. So many blessings to you. All right. And I do see a couple donations come in. I did want to just say real quick, Osho Pereira, good morning to you. I did answer that this morning, and this morning, which have been probably your last nights. Um, and your reading was because they're bringing it back to which is amazing that I remember it, but that it depends on your energy. If you focus on gratitude and unconditional love and the higher vibration, that speeds things up and you do get an answer next week. But if you're focusing on fears, the lower vibrational energies, then that actually slows it down. I feel like you get an offer. Excuse me, you definitely get an offer, but for next week, you have to raise your vibration and focus on gratitude and the higher vibrational energies because that allows it to draw it in faster. Otherwise, if you're focusing on fears and what you're missing and what you fear will leave your life or come in, just any of those lower vibrational energies, that is like an anchor. It drags it and makes it come in slower, which is more 2 or 3 weeks. So that's what they had for you. They were like, no, you don't need to pull cards. We'll just have you remember what it was. So that was your reading that I pulled in the earlier session. All right. So congratulations. It's all up to you. It's in your hands, though. So I like it. All right. All right. And just look here. Okay. And then that was you again. I'm just seeing here where we were at here. Hey, Deb, love and light to you. All right. We answered those. We answered those. We answered all of those. All right. So, Aldona, you'll be my next free reading. I just wanted to get to my space there. All right. Oh, wow. So I have a couple here. So thank you. All right. So first is James Helen, and then Riki, I did get your Cash App. So thank you for that. And then AF Gemini, I will get to you after that. So thank you guys. So, James, thank you for your donation. You want to know where is Patty and your relationship going? Okay, let's take a look here. Okay. So they're building a reversed pyramid, 3 and 2 and 1. Okay, there's 2 and there's 1. All right. So let's see here. Oh, it's like bowling. Bowling for dollars. So they're going to do the 3 pins in the back and then the 2 pins and then the 1 pin, which I know there's usually more than that, but this is what they're saying. It's like bowling for dollars. All right. Okay. All right. Well, I feel like it's going to be moving forward here pretty fast here. There is this energy that comes in here because you've got this passion, you've got this movement, but there's a lot of energy, a lot of, both of the wands. This is the fastest moving horse, the horse on fire, and you got the 8 of Wands, which is a lot of energy and a lot of movement. Um, but there's also the queen going, whoa, 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 balance it out, Queen of Swords, balancing heart and mind. So there's a lot of passion, a lot of energy involved. There's a lot of balancing energy coming in too. So a lot of excitement, but a lot of balancing that comes in. So let's see what happens next here. Yeah, 2 major arcana. So we do have the Aries energy here, which and the Leo. So you got a lot of fire energy coming in too. So there's a lot of fire, a lot of passion and fire energy. But this is about making decisions. I think you got the Emperor before too, about making decisions, stepping forward, not caring what people think, not worrying about the fears of fears of failure, fears of rejection, fears of losing conditional love, and just really stepping into authority and going, you know what? I'm going to live. I'm going to put things in action. The Emperor card is, and this is the inner strength card too. Leo energy, having the courage to step forward, and um, the Emperor energy I read, was it earlier this morning or yesterday? When in the psychic tarot deck, they talked about the Emperor energy here, which I want to read it because it explains it so well here. Blah 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 blah. Okay. Now is when you must act like a leader and exert your will by incorporating form and structure into your ideas, your plans, and your foundation. It's time to stop talking and act in order to achieve what you must. So use the qualities and a character of this authority that comes in. So you need to make a choice. You approach it from a place of wisdom, rationality, logic, and grace, rather than one of foolishness, belligerence, greed, or self centeredness. The way in which you acquire, handle, and wield this power and authority is now being revealed. So I like it. The Emperor card is like, okay, I'm putting form and action to my desires and what I want. and stepping forward. And this is the courage coming in here. So I like it. Those things are required, and also to overcome the fears that we have. Seven of Swords are the thievery, our thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that deceive us and have stolen opportunities from us in the past. So, there's these great possibilities of things. But I feel like a big thing is stepping beyond, being courageous doesn't mean not fearing. It means fearing and doing it anyway. So I feel like there's this nudge to move forward here. Yeah. Because you have emotional stability. You do have the ability to offer a love unlike any other. And it's an opportunity for you to do so. So I really like this for you, James. I just feel like it's, you know, getting bolder and bolder and bolder to, step forward. So I like it. I like it. And that's kind of where the relationship is headed right now. Yeah, it feels like it's slowly unfolding, right? Slowly turning into gold, and that's okay. You know, there's no super rush, you know, with anything in this lifetime. It's all divine timing, but it is time. It's like they're nudging you to get a little braver and a little braver and a little braver. And I feel like you are, but that's kind of where we're headed right now. And that's what they have for you. So, again, thank you so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. All right. And Riki, thank you so much for your donation as well. And you want to know, will you have to pay alimony to your non American citizen husband? He lives out of the country. And you're soon going to file for divorce. Side note, he's not trying to give you. Uh-oh. What he's not trying to give you the divorce. So he's trying to say, no, 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 I don't want to give it to you. He's not trying to give you the divorce. Yeah. So he doesn't want a divorce, if I'm reading that right. Okay. I've been on 2.5 hours. The human brain's starting to go. All right. So let's take a look here and see. Will you have to pay alimony to your non-American citizen husband? Okay. Let's see what they have here. Okay. Thank you. All right. So this is an extra message over here. I don't think that has to do with this. I don't think so here. We've got the Ace of Swords and the Empress card. This is Mother Nature, Mother Nurture. This is seeing things from a higher perspective and cutting away the fears. So this is harvest. This is abundance. So this would be a positive for you that you wouldn't have to. I feel like there's something about laws, something to do with this Ace of Swords here. It's like, come and try to get me. That's funny. Try to do whatever you want. I don't care. Um, but I like it. Positive energy for you there. And then they had a another message coming in here for you, um, which is pretty interesting for you. You've got the Eight of Wands, which is a lot of passion headed your way. So I'm not sure if you are ready for a new relationship, but there seems to be something headed your way here. Um, because you have the Victory and the Chariot that's coming in. So there will be fast movement of new love that comes into your life, but you have the power of choice that comes in. So you get to decide the story, the movement, emotions, that type of thing here. But uh, I don't feel like there's this. Uh, yeah, no, I feel like um, you know, this would be someone new because I feel like this is what is coming towards you. They kind of wanted to give you another, just a heads up, going, just be prepared because there's like this passion that comes in. Yeah. No, this is, I feel like this is someone completely new. They're just saying, like, "There's this, you know, very passionate thing." Yeah, yeah, I don't want a relationship, but I feel like there's this this doesn't have to be, this doesn't have to be like a, romantic either. This can be a very energetic, you know, kind of best friendship type of thing too. Just someone that brings in a lot of energy, a lot of um, movement in your life. So it could be, if it's not romance that you're looking for, you could have like this best friend that comes in that's just like, come on, you're going to go do this. Come on, we're going to go do that. Come on, we're going to, gets you moving, gets you grooving. And they just have so much energy with all this chariot and this eight of wands. But you definitely do have support that's coming in. Yeah. Yeah. So just so you know, it is coming your way. And it, like, you're not looking for it, but sometimes when there's someone that there's just like this old best friend connection, like you've known them forever, sometimes there's just this thing and you're just like, "Oh my god." It's like a sister you never had, or you know, just someone who just gets you and you get them and you're just like, "Oh my god, they cracked me up." And you just have this draw and they just invite you to go do stuff. So I like it. It's very supportive for you. It just feels very needed. It's someone, it's like it's a bright ray of sunshine and fun being poured into your life, it feels like. But yeah, you definitely don't have to do that if you don't want to, but just they're letting you know that they're coming across your path. So you can do with it what you want. All right, but that's what they have for you, Ricky. So thank you so much for your donation. Many blessings to you. All right, and then AF Gemini. Boom, boom, boom. Three, two, one. Boom. Oh, you are up next. Um, there he goes. Boom. So thank you again for your donation. And where is your relationship with the Taurus going? And will we have a child together? No, yeah, exactly, right? Dig, dig, dig. So let's take a look here. And then LA, you'll be up after that. Let's see here. So, where is your relationship going with the Taurus? Okay. And will you have a child together? And any other nosiness? Okay. All right. So this is the nosiness section. We'll leave that over there. Let's see what we got here. So, where is your relationship going here? All right. Well, what's this about then? Okay. I love you too. You got the child card here, the Six of Cups, nostalgia, children, uh, and yeah, because this can mean this feeling of past life connection. But because we asked about children, it feels like you will here, because you've got this passion that's coming in here and this transformation here of I feel like this is something that they're dealing with. They're dealing with these feelings of being left out in the cold and feeling abandoned and feelings of lack, and they're dealing with this. And as soon as this clicks, as soon as they get out of their this feeling of abandonment when they were a child, zoom, this passion really kicks in, things move forward. And I do feel with this, uh, the Six of Cups are two little children there. I feel like that means there is children there right now. Yeah, because before we know it, again, we've got the Page of Wands here, but you have the Magician who holds the big, huge magic wand, and the Knight of Swords, which is movement of thought and belief and mindset, and this pursuit of seeing things from a different perspective. There is this amount of energy. Whatever we're focusing our energy is what grows and expands, right? And I feel like they're saying here, like, where your relationship goes has a large point to do with what you're doing, where you're investing your energy, how you're looking at things, the stories you're using, and choosing to apply to it, and the energy that you're investing here too. Of course, it's takes two of you, right? Whatever energy they're working on and dealing with, of course, influences because they are raising their love vibration, you're raising your love vibration. It takes both of you to be able to bump into each other at that level. Because if one of you does and the other doesn't, they're like down here. You're like, where are they? They went on by down below, right? But it's about this coming together. And so, Spirit is saying with all of this, before we get nosy here, um, it's important for you to just realize what you're focusing on with your energy. I feel like we talked about this before. So apologies if they are putting on their broken record, but I feel like they're trying to bring a point home is you focus on your self-love and raising it, and that allows the capacity for you to give and receive love from a human larger. Otherwise, it's a small little hole that very little can go in and out. And no matter how much love you want to give or receive, it's just trickling in. But the more you raise your love vibration and connect with your higher self, then the more love you can give and to each other. So I feel like that's what's going on here. Let's dig. Let's get into the nosiness, though. You know. So we've got the Three of Wands, which is definitely a change of energetic direction. Like, where are we focusing our energy? And I feel like that's what needs to happen is we need to, focus the energy on what we're grateful for, what they are doing that is, we're happy about, because then that brings in more things. We're telling the universe, I really like this about them, and I really would love even more things to be grateful for about them. And they will. They'll bring it in, and you'll be like, "Yo, wow, I like it." It does have to do with connection here. You got a couple eights coming in here. The eight is here's your human Leo, the Leo energy self connecting to the higher self, which seeing things from a higher perspective, feeling that wonderful energy coming in. But here's the other eight, which is important. And eights are a good number. It's a number of flow. The Eight of Swords is about becoming aware of our own thoughts, beliefs, and mindsets that have, blinded us and bound us and made us feel trapped out of fear. And so the more we realize what of our own thoughts and beliefs have kept us trapped, the freer we become. And so again, this is this connecting to your higher self, the higher love, releasing the expectations, the fears of losing conditional love, the fears of failure, the fears of rejection, all those wonderful fears. And it's this wonderful clearing, this wonderful flow in this movement, which does bring, not only does it bring a new way of looking at your worth in relationship to the outside world, brings in wonderful opportunities in the outside world for you guys too. So I like it. I like it. I like it. So I think that answers your questions, right? Um, okay. There it is. I was like, Where was it at?" There, it's done there. So that's where the relationship is going. Will you have children together? And we got a little nosy. So, that is what they have for you, AF Gemini. So thank you again so much for your donation, and I greatly appreciate that donation there. So let me just put these cards back in here, and then LA, you'll be up next, and you're adding to your question. Isn't that great? You don't have to replace it with alarms. You can just add on to it when you make a donation. You're so funny. Yay! I look forward to it as well. All right. So, LA, thank you so much for your donation. I appreciate that. So, if you ask your grandpa to help in your day to day struggles, mental health struggles, and even with these lawsuits, will he actually help, or is he tapped out in helping? Okay. Let's take a look here. And then you wanted to add into your question, what kind of guy does your grandpa want to see you with? Okay. Yeah, he wanted to help more, right? He wanted to be able to do more things. Well, this was yeah, you just had to ask him, right? If I remember correctly, that they're limited in what they're able to do down here by our soul, because it's like, well, we don't want to have our spiritual entourage be our slaves. We want to do a lot of stuff on our own and our experience things on our own. It's like a little kid, let me do it, I want to do it. But then we do want help too. Um so I believe it was asking them for assistance, you know that we just have to invite them in of our own free will, as well. But let's take a look here. These are those cards for that question, and then here's about the what kind of man that they want to see with. All right. Okay. Yeah. So, so kind of like as I was saying, they want us. We're going to be, right. Jesus, take the wheel. The Three of Pentacles is about being true to our authentic selves. So they want us to be able to do things and express ourselves and experience what we've wanted to experience here. And they do. They're like, uh, here's the struggles and here's what's happening, and they're like, yeah, I can definitely help with that, and help end old cycles and begin new adventures, help transform your world, help bring victory, VV victory, so they can definitely assist, and because they have endless energy. I mean, they don't have any limitations on their abilities and their energies. It's more we who limit them by our energy that we put out, which is what's here. They're like, you are a magician, you are powerful, you can bring so much energy through you into the world, but you also can limit it based on what you're focusing on too, right? So, when we focus, yeah, because that's why they brought these cards in together. This is joy, celebration. When we focus on gratitude and joy and celebration, that's the frequency. Gratitude, unconditional love, joy, laughter, peace. A lot of that higher frequency, higher love vibration. That's the frequency at which spirit speaks. So when we are vibrating at that higher, we can hear from them so clearly. So that's one reason why they're like, you can raise that love vibration, but also it opens up I want to say just the conduit of what they can do, because our energy either expands or contracts. And when it contracts, it limits, like they only can do so much. But when we're on their frequency and we're open, they can do so much more, if that makes sense. So, like you ask, can you help in my day to day struggles, mental health struggles, and lawsuits? And they're like, absolutely. You just need to, um, like, open the door. And that's funny. It's like that I had this flash of someone, in a room, like in a bathroom with the door locked, and they're like, "I need help, can you help me?" "Yeah, you just need to open the door, unlock the door, and let me in. I can help you." "Well, can you help me though?" And they're like, Yeah, just open the door. I'm here. I'm ready to help." So I like it. They're funny too. So that's that, and then, what kind of guy? That's right. What kind of guy does they want? Let me just take a quick sip here. mm, wow. Yeah, I like this here. So some. I mean, all of this. It's funny. Were they Aquarian or were they an air sign? because it's like there's all of these are swords. They're like they want someone who's intelligent and an air sign, and yes, he's like, yeah, someone like me. I would like to see you with someone like me. That's so funny because this is Aquarian energy, but I felt like um definitely air, 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 4 air cards. So, someone who, has hope and someone who has unique ways of thinking. And they're like, yeah, not a deceiver, not, someone who has a lot of fears and this like, no, no, no. I want someone, who has new ideas. You've got both the page and the knight. They're like someone young. Yeah. Oh wow, yeah. So definitely uh, yeah, someone in the air, maybe someone who is in the service here, because the a knight, right, is like the military, but, very much someone who's intelligent, who sees things from a different perspective and doesn't has very little fears. They were like, "No, no, no, cut this out. We don't want this deceivers. We don't want these people, we want, someone that is strong and fearless and intelligent." And I think he just basically sums it up and, someone like me. So I like it. That's what he's saying. Yeah, I wanna see you with a mini me. I like it. He's funny. And then also here, I do wanna give you a oracle card as soon as I put these cards back in here. There we go. I have this Talking to Heaven deck, so I'll do this. Yeah, he does own stupid people, that's funny. He doesn't want any of those I want intelligent people, that's funny. Okay, let's see what we got here. Yeah, I don't know why he's saying this, but he wants you to know this. "My death was painless, please don't worry or hold on to any guilt." So I don't know who that was for. Let me see what else comes in with that here. Yeah. He says, "As souls, we do not feel physical death. I remember that within the blink of an eye, I was outside my body looking down at it. I immediately felt an intense sense of happiness and peace. It was indescribable, yet I wanted to tell everyone. I was also able to see the thoughts you created and carried with you in your mind." All that mind, thinking, thinking. "We are pure energy vibrations of light. And please know that your thoughts of guilt and worry block our light." Wow, what was I just saying, right? Whatever we're focusing on, don't block the light, let us in. "They don't serve either of us well and create unnecessary debris," such a military term. "Know that I am happy and that a soul can never be harmed." I love it. So again, the please know that your thoughts of guilt and worry block our light. So, like I was talking about before, what can I do? You know, um, yeah, yeah. He was out wandering around, peeking on the nurses. I don't know, but he's so funny. Yeah, I love it. I love it. I love it. So, um, beautiful, beautiful. I love that reading for you. Yeah. Someone like me. That's hilarious. So that is what they have for you, Alec, and thank you so much for your donation, and I'm excited. Ask him, just be aware of your thoughts and, like, each moment is a choice, right, of what story we're putting with our mind. So he's talking about the thoughts of worry and guilt and fear, dim their ability to help, right? And the emotions we're choosing, the energy we're choosing. and the actions we're choosing. So the more you focus on the gratitude and the love and focus on the love you have for them, the more they can bring in for you too. Absolutely. And thank you for allowing me to feel his energy. He's hilarious. I love it. All right. And that's what they have for you. So many blessings to you. All right. And love 1, 2, 3, 4. One for the road, huh? A little nightcap before you go to sleep. Thank you for your additional donation. All right. So will you get that offer? Okay. All right. Well, your first card coming in here would be a yes, cup overflowing. That's a positive card. Let's see what else they wanted to have here for you here. Okay. Yeah. So we do have the Aries energy, the Emperor, which is new beginnings, choices, and you making choices for you. That's here. And you've got the two eights, which is flow. So what's important though, which is kind of like the journey that you're wonderfully on, right? Is leaving behind thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that no longer serve you, and leaving behind emotions and even friendships and different things that no longer serve you. This is what, allows you to move forward here. Because if we're focusing on our fears, right? Fearful emotions or fearful thoughts, that's what's limiting the movement forward here. So, it's making the choice, stepping into your power, like you're doing starting tomorrow. um, for your highest good, let's take a look here. This isn't the company we talked about with your 6 of Cups person, is it? I don't think it is. I don't think it is. Why are you cheating on them already? You got the Hermit card, you got the 7 of Cups, emotional confusion, balancing of heart and mind here, but, um, I feel like you would almost feel, like, left alone, and there's a lot of I wanna say this isn't mental unclarity or confusion. It's emotional confusion. It just feels like you'd get a lot of mixed messages there. We've got the King of Cups here, which is balancing heart and mind, but I just feel like you almost feel like you are on your own, and, there's a lot of because of lack of clarity, there's just a lot of, "Ugh," I don't feel like you'd be as supported there as you would at this other company. I just really I just really like your, um it's it's there's no wrong choice, but I feel like this wouldn't be your highest experience. It would be an okay experience. I mean, if you have to. But, I just, I have such great feelings from this senior product manager. I just feel like they'd be like a father you never had or an older brother you never had, and I feel like it's an important part of your journey, this other company, but, you know, that's what comes in. Yeah. Well, that makes sense then. That's what they have for you. That's all. Alright. Well, sleep tight, buttercup. Yeah, yeah. I feel like you'll find this project manager, product manager, right? Product manager? Yeah. We all are, what are you gonna do? All right, so that's what they have for you. So many blessings to you, and thank you again so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. I think that was the last of my donations. I believe. Morg! Travel the Rocky Mountains. All right. Okay, let me see now. Where did I leave off on my readings here? We got done. We did those. We did those. Okay, Aldona. Haj Darmatage. I know I murdered that, but hey, I am great, and I hope you are great as well. And you like a general read, absolutely. All right. I know what this looks worse than it is, so don't worry, because this is a good card. As you know, if you've watched the channel enough, the Ten of Swords is a positive card because they're not dead; they are exhausted. They're seeing the sunrise here. All of these swords are all the supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and have tos and must. All these, oh my gosh, expectations that we're trying to live up to of all these people, and stick a fork in me, I've got room. Stick a fork in me, I'm done. I don't want to do this anymore. The 10 is the endings and the beginnings, and I like it. This is you're human connecting to your higher self and choosing you, turning inward and making choices that are for your higher self, for your true mission. You're really going, you know what? I can't please anybody, um, any of the time, right? You just can't. Everyone has all these expectations constantly changing. And we're just like, I am going to live for me. And what do I want? And you're really figuring it out. You're really getting into this, understanding of what you want, who do you want to be, how do you want it to unfold. So I really like it. There's this it's the strength card. There's the strength that's coming in, this courage. And it's great because it's Leo energy. It's stepping forward, having the fire and the ability to, I mentioned it earlier where courage isn't fear, having no fear. Courage is feeling fear and doing it anyway. And it's like, all right, I'm stepping out and I'm going to live instead of exist. So I like this energy for you. And that's what's coming in right now for you. That's what they want you to know. So go forward and live. All right. So that's what they have there. Excuse me. Little gas bubble. Okay, we answered those. We answered those. You guys are so funny. I love you guys. I see some of your guys' comments as I'm going through now. I'm like, oh, I should have left at that like an hour ago. Sorry. Okay. And we answered those. And hey, Wanda. She says hi. All right. All right. So we are to the very end. And Sabrina, you will be my last question or my last reading for this session. So I do see it, and thank you for subscribing and welcome to the channel. We have a great soul family here, so welcome, welcome. Before I complete your reading, though, I just want to do my closing so that everyone else that is headed out, they can do so, and then we'll finish up with your reading. And so just so everyone knows, I do have a giveaway every Monday. Here is the video that I put out. I put a video out on Tuesdays announcing what I'm giving away, how you can get into the drawing. So if you want to get into the drawing to possibility of winning a 30-minute personal recorded reading, you can check that out. Also, if you're interested in a personal recorded reading, I'm having a crazy Zen summer sale, 50% off my Hedges of Peace and Love, and then also my personal recorded readings. And all this information is in the description box of the video if you want to check those out too. But here is how you can book a reading or a hedge and the information on all of that. And then also each week I put out at least one pick a card reading. And this week's was where can you use some freedom in your life? So if you want to check those out, you can look at that. And I have a ton of other pick a cards on my main page. So if you want more messages from Spirit. Be sure to check those out. And then, if that's not enough, I also have a new series I started, weekly series called Take 10 with Zen, which are videos 10 minutes and less, one per week, where we talk about how we can connect to spirit more or understand our power of who we really are more. And I also answer questions from my subscribers. So you can check that. Week one was what was week one? Dimensions. Week two was spirit guides. Last week was is love real? And this one is does fate, is that really real? Does it exist? So be sure to check that out if you're interested. They're all free. And that is the last of what I wanted to share. So thank you guys, everyone, so much for all the thumbs up that you give the video. It does help spread the Zen love. And so thank you for being part of the love tsunami. It tells me you enjoy these readings and tells YouTube that you enjoy it too. And it helps spread the love. So there we go. All right. So Sabrina, does Nate really want to get back together with you? You don't want a reunion with him anymore. All right. Oh, okay. Mm, yeah, right. I hear that. He came back 3 days ago. Yeah, it's hard when that trust is broken, right? Lied, manipulated. Yeah. Oh, I hear you. Yeah. Blocked you for 2 months and then came back 3 days ago. Oh, wow. Yeah, so why did he come back after 2 months? All right, let's take a look here. Well, that's what all this is about here. Mm, yeah, it feels like, he came back here because there's this emotional stability thing going on here. You know, eh, of course, he's got all this passion. He's got all this, he's got the passion. He's got the new love. He's got all these emotions that he feels. And something that you give him is a feeling of, um, it's just your energy. It's your natural energy. You have this nurturing energy. You probably have heard it before where people are just drawn to you and they're just like, "Oh, you just make just being in your presence, I feel so much better." You have this, your energy itself just does it. It just helps bring in this balancing. Like this energy you have is just it makes things makes I would say it makes things make sense. Like when people are around you and then they talk to you. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so, you have this energy and, like, you help people see things from a different perspective, and, you have this wonderful, like I said, this energy that just is around you, that it just helps them make sense of their lives, and so it is this place, it's almost like, for him specifically, you feel like a cocoon of safety, and they feel like they could always come back to you and you make them feel better, you know? And you're just like, "Well, you don't make me feel better, and you don't have to." But it's this energy, they're reminding me, I think I mentioned this morning, because there was this, like my first ex was like, "I really miss you," um, and I'm like, "I know, who wouldn't miss me?" Because I would overgive and, I did all this stuff. I go, "I would wanna be with me." So I definitely understand why you're missing me. I ain't missing you because you brought me hardly anything, but just draining me of my life force, which I know, hindsight, it was me that was doing this to myself, but, there's this energy here. So that's why they keep coming back to you is because you are a source of safety for them. There's like this nurturing. They must have had a really horrible relationship and nurturing from their mother. Um, not that you're their surrogate mother, but they do feel safe around you. They feel nurtured around you, and that's why they keep coming back. One, when you feed a stray cat, it keeps coming back, and it brings more stray cats, right? So it's like, all right, I can stop feeding you, and you'll go away. Um, and that's what happens with our energy too. This 8 of Wands represents wherever we focus our energy is what grows and expands. And um, so when we focus on what we feel is missing or what we hate or what we fear, our energy expands and grows that, right? So if you hate them, like I really hate this stuff about them, um, we're telling the universe, I really enjoy hating things about them. Can you give me more things to hate? And when you start focusing on things you're grateful for in your life, you don't have to focus on what you're grateful for them if you don't want to be with them anymore. You just focus on gratitude for other things, and your energy is invested here and grows that. And this energy stops being invested there for them, and then they will drift away. Mm, yeah, that makes total sense, right? So the mother's been in many relationships, so he's just acting out what he saw and was taught, right? So he's just like, "Well, this is the way life works." Not in my world, buddy. But hopefully that helps there, Sabrina. Focus your energy on what you do, what you're grateful for in your life, what you do want in your life, on unconditional love and joy and peace and gratitude. All of that just tells the universe, I want more of that. And then you know but if you focus in on how you feel, rah, 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 then we're telling the universe. It's like a little kid that goes into a bakery, the little glass counter with all the donuts, and they're pointing at this donut over and over and over again. And so the baker gets a box and loads up a dozen donuts and go, here you go. And the little the kid's like, "What? I hate these." And I go, "Why are you pointing at it? Point at what you love, and I'll give you a dozen of those." "Oh, okay. That's the way it works. Point at what you want, and more of that comes. We point out what we don't want, we get a dozen of those." And we're like, "Ugh, no, I want to point at this instead." Yeah, it makes sense there, Sabrina. So that's what they have for you. No, his intentions aren't to back together with you. It's, you're a place of safety for now. You're a good home base to come back to before their fears ignite and they head off trying to feel like they're gonna find happiness in the outside world. But that 5 of Cups shows that they're unhappy on the inside, and until they find happiness on the inside and they find love for themselves on the inside, they can't love anyone else. They can't be happy with anyone. So they're in this trying to get happiness all the way out here, and they're trying to find this love inside, and it ain't happening. And but they're drawn to your love and the self-love you have, and that comforting energy. You provide this wonderful cocoon that they come back to and feel safe until they feel safe, and then they're out again. And it's just like, that's okay. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, he's trying to find options to replace himself, his self-love. Even you are an option of replacement for his self-love. He has to find his self-love inward and upward, because 'cause he'll never be happy trying to find love on the outside world until he finds love on the inside world. Once he finds that, then he can truly see clearly and go, "Oh, now I see. I don't need to try to find love in all these, people that it just feels like it's empty." Yeah. So I know it's hard to see it as that it's not personal, but it's not. No one can make him happy. He's just trying to make himself happy the way he was taught by his mom. You're gonna find happiness in all these all these relationships, you know, and it's like, "But I'm not." "Well, keep trying, you'll find it," and it's like, "Have you, mom?" "Well, no, but I'm still looking. I'm gonna find it. You just keep looking too." That's like the energy he felt growing up and what he feels from her now, right? So, that's what's coming in, Sabrina, so you don't have to take it, they will go find their you don't have to be the safe zone because 'cause you're not the safe zone. Their safe zone truly is in here, so yeah, exactly. So he needs to do his inner work before he can find outer happiness, and not your job, thankfully. You can okay. You go sweep in front of your own door. I'm gonna sweep in front of mine and work on my self-love. You go work on your self-love. I can't do that for you. I'm finding my self-love. So that's what they have, Sabrina. So thank you and welcome. Hopefully we'll see you around some more. And thank you for subscribing. And I'm here Wednesday through Sunday nights for everyone at 7 p.m. Mountain Time, and then also on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday mornings at 11 a.m. Mountain Time. So I shall return tomorrow morning at 11 a.m., which is about 13 hours from now. So I shall return. So thank you again, Sabrina, for your question um, and welcome, welcome. All right, everybody, as you're going throughout each and every second of every day of your life, please know that you are unconditionally loved by the mother and the father of all things. And of course, I love you guys too. So until I see you guys again, have a great rest of your night or day, wherever you're at in the world. And until I see you again, much love to you. You hang in there and you take care. And we'll see you.